more steps toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience, destructible terrain on Tago, and a new way to hide your vehicles. All this and more as we dive into the Update 35.2 patch report. First up, we're continuing to work toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience. This update adds vending machines, previously a Miramar exclusive, to Erangel and Tago. You can also keep an eye out for medical vending machines that distribute first aid kits, bandages, and med kits. All these machines still have their chance at a jackpot, so test your luck when you run into one. In addition to this, Erangel is also getting Tago's destructible pots. Breaking these has a chance to give boosts, healing items, throwables, and even secret room keys. So embrace your inner Link and smash away. And speaking of destroying stuff, destructible terrain and the red zone have made their way to Tago. As before, explosives and the Panzerfaust will alter the terrain they hit, adding a bit more realism to that big, cool explosion. We've also added the pickaxe to the map for those who'd rather dig their trench a little more discreetly. For now, destruction on Tago will only affect terrain, so don't worry about the building you're in caving down on top of it. And on the topic of discreetness, you can now find vehicle camo netting on Erangel and Miramar. Deploying the camo netting to your vehicle will help it to blend in with the terrain around it, making it harder for enemies to see while obscuring tire positions. We've also toned down C4 a little by making it a deployable weapon that requires 4 seconds to set. This adds a little more risk to the reward instead of it being used as a nuclear grenade. There's also a new Survivor Pass, enhancements made to the inflatable boat, some improvements to the flare gun's UX, and lots more info about everything else we talked about. So be sure to check out the patch notes for full details. Update 35.2 is here. So pack your favorite explosives and get ready for a little light terraforming on Tago. Just make sure you hide your getaway vehicle from the other survivors. We'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
And with that, hello and welcome to the PUBG Reddit Customs. My name is Invi and I have TGO with me and we'll bring you through the evening. Hi, how are you?
I am great. I am super stoked to finally be back for the second time. And also for the first time and something else that's casting with, let's see, this is with you. Hello. So I'm really stoked and really hyped. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to get the show on the road, basically.
And obviously we have the highlights for you following up.
Yeah, it was some of the highlights from last month. This is season 4, month 1. Now we're in month number 2. And there were some funny games. We had the Bandage King, as you see up in the top left corner. Only bandages, that was terrifying. Then you have the Terrifying Blue in the end, also basically one-shotting you. was a hassle. But today we have a lot of different game modes coming in. Some that is even not shared with us. Some of them are basically some of them you know about. So I'm looking forward to having an awesome night. Well, but you, Imshit, how about you? How are you feeling for tonight?
I am totally looking forward to this. I have never casted PUBG Reddit Custom, so this is my first time. I hope you, with your expertise from last month, will take me under your wings. But before that, obviously, before we start into the games, we obviously tell you about the games and about the format and prizes as well.
The game modes has been chosen differently. Some has been made by the producers. Some has been voted by the different teams, and well, we will see them later on. All we know, it's going to be 5 games for the evening itself. Custom games, all of them, pure custom games. And well, you also have the option to get yourself some random G coins at the end of the night, at the end of the game. The 5th game has been played. Some random players will be gifted 500 G coin each. So stay tuned for the end of the customs to see the game price.
Yeah, and today we have the following game modes for you. Game 1 will be Heads Up. Snipers only, no headshot damage, which will be played on Erangel and FPP Squad. Game 2 will be Take the Hit, M249s only, with minus 90% weapon damage. So they will be more like, well, tickling you. Tego will be the map that's played on with TPP and Squad. Game 3 will be 50 hidden zip, 50% damage by 012 and win 94 on zip lines, which was provided by Lightbite, which will be played on Destin in FPP Squad. Game 4 will be obviously Blame Dell, because Dell does whatever Dell wants to do. The map is unknown, but we know it's played in TPP and Squad mode. And Game 5, last but not least, will be Air Max. Mad Max in the air, gliders will be spawned for you. Read the details in announcements. It will be played on Rondo in TPP Duo.
And by doing all of this, you also get yourself some points. You get points for joining the game, you get points for every 5 minutes survived, you get points for your placement from 1st to 6th and 8th, and also there's a few bonus points that we'll be looking at right about now.
Yeah, the mission list, obviously. Mission 1 is Triathlon. Walk, drive or swim for a total of 5 kilometers. At least 1 meter of each is needed. That will be 2 points for you. Mission 2 is Sniper's Nest. Get a kill from more than 150 meters away. That will be hard with the M249 game. But another 2 points for you. And last but not least, we have Mission 3, Medic over Murder. Heal more HP than damage dealt, which will be another 2 points for you. A mission can only be completed once, and it has to be completed in 1 game, and you must survive 3 minutes in that game.
And how do you participate in those awesome custom games? Well, you join our Discord, PUBG Reddit, to read the custom game information channel. It will tell you all about how to join them. It will be announced in the custom games that a game and lobby is up to join, and you just go simply inside the game itself, find your custom game section, and join the game with the password as well, and then get ready for some fun action.
Yeah, these are our participating content creators. The real Subdemo will join us. Same goes for Ormalama. And last but not least, we have Who Builds the Ark. These 3 will be joining us today.
There you have it. That's the points. That's how to join the games. That's how the game monster will be, and our content creators, and of course me and Invision. I did it the correct way this time. Oh yes, it's good. Hello. That is just how we do it. We will, before each game, we will go over each game mode and talk a little bit more as they come along. But for now, let's take a look at the season leaderboard so far in the season 4.
Yeah, first place goes to Dangerous Hank. Currently, he's very dangerous. He has 57 points, 25 of those through the rank points, 21 through the time points, and he has played 5 games and 6 mission points. B4U currently coming in close behind with 1 point less. Then we have Zenpar with 53 points. And following up are Monty's CDR90, Moxar, Muddy Creek, Not On My Screen, and P-Docs with more points ranging from 46 to 43. So they are quite close to each other, but also not too far away from rank 1st to 3rd.
Well, if you did notice that some of them, they had like 6 points in the mission points, some have 4. That's something you need to worry about and think about, because if you just do the first game and get those missions straight away, you can have some good points taken into the entire season. But before we go there, we're going to have a short break, and when we are back from the break, we're going to show you guys the first game mode and get the entire custom games PUBG Reddit on the road.
And there we are, back again. Well, don't tell us you missed us, because that break was rather short. But we are back now, and we'll show you match number 1 shortly. But before that, we'll have the game mode for you.
Well, the game mode for game number 1. I'm kind of excited about this one. It's going to be the heads up game number 1. Snipers only. And also, added on that, there's no headshot damage. So there's no even point of going for the headshot as long as I understood it. This is the game mode that was voted by the players themselves. So they can't blame anybody from this one. It was voted up. They had 3 choices. They picked this one. They picked it. And yeah, it's going to be great. Erangel, first person, squad. Basically giving me and you vision some, I feel we're gonna have some competitive games coming for the first game at least, and then it will be dialing down with some fun and crazy games coming for the next 4 after this one. I do believe it's gonna be good fun.
Yeah, I hope Beamy isn't playing, because he's like the bolt god. Nonetheless, like we see, snipers only with no headshot damage. That's quite different for the players. Normally you try to aim for the head, especially if you use a sniper, so, well, it will be rather difficult not aiming for the head.
You're so used to it. I always do it whenever I play ranked, and yeah, everything else. You don't always go for the headshot if you have the opportunity, and now everybody's standing still. It's basically a bait. You can stand completely still, and they will go for the headshot. Use that brain. Use that brain of yours. Well, I'm stoked. I'm hyped. Anything you kind of want to see? Anything you kind of like you wish to see? Something funny? People driving over each other? Anything like special that you kind of wish for?
Theoretically, that wouldn't count as a kill, I guess, if you use cars to run over each other. But I'm wondering how that'll play out. If you have a shorter or even smaller circle, or if we'll have some people gathering, yeah, well, I'll look forward to that. Like in GGL, the last match in the Good Game League, we had a fist fight between Formulation Gaming and Bitfix, so that was something. But I doubt we'll see something like that here.
We actually had that one last time. I had one episode, there was a fist fight going on. That was really funny. That was really fun. But the one thing I always miss is the pan kill. You kind of never see it. We had it in the end. In the last single game, we had a pan fight with some face joining in as well. But the pan kill, you kind of never sees it. So that's my choice. Like, that's what I want to see. If I could get the Genie God to provide me with some great action, I would have the pan kill. Well, first game is going to be snipers, Erangel. Maybe get some people joining up that tower in the military base. Imagine people jumping there early. Well, maybe people camping the bridge.
Interesting.
But again, you don't get headshotted out of the vehicle. So the bridge camp could be an issue. So many things.
Especially with only snipers, that's quite hard to shoot somebody out of a car if you aren't able to get headshots in. So normally a bolt would be a one-shot, theoretically, if you are lucky. But with that, you have to at least shoot twice. And with a bolty or a sniper in general, that will be quite hard.
How many bolties do we have to choose from, though? We have the M24, we have the Most Nugget, we have the Car 98. Wait, is that it? Do we have something else?
Theoretically, the AWM and the Lynx.
Yeah, I was thinking about two as well.
But they are not world spawn, but we have our own PUBG in the matchup. So let's see what the players will get. And currently it says sniper, so I'm not quite sure if it's only snipers or DMRs are included in the mix as well. But we'll see that once the match starts.
Most likely it will only be snipers spawning them, and they will kind of help the players go along with it. But yeah, we have the custom Genie spawning and stuff. Spawning in boats last time, just random from the sky. People had to run and dodge those boats. Yeah, M24s, Lynx, AVP, AVM. So somebody call it AVP for some reason. Just take me back to the CS
that's
games.
True. The AWP is valid as well, because it's the name we use in Germany for that one.
Well, the AVM and the Lynx, it is a great spot, but as you mentioned, it might just get spawned in. So it's well, everyone's game. It's a custom game. It's made for fun.
Considering that they could play the AWM, it would be easier for them, because that does more damage than the other weapons.
You're into something there. Imagine if they have imagine have the links with like 60 bullets. Imagine. Well,
The question is, can you get more bullets for the links?
well,
If you
it's
pick
custom
up a
games.
second links, will it add the bullets?
Oh, now you're talking.
That's a
So
big
that's
question because
good
you can't
questions.
get dropped ammo for it. That's
Hmm.
something. It has the 10 bullets in the inventory.
In the inventory. That's about it. Well, let's
we'll
figure
hop
out.
in.
Let's figure out later in Vision. We got our first game of the night. We are in a wrangle. We got the first person perspective squad and the heads up, as we have mentioned for a long time now. Only snipers available for the players and no headshots damage. So, well, I'm looking forward to this. We have 15 teams. We got 45 players in a plane going from the north of the single map all the way down to Milta. And the circle has already shown itself for us and the players themselves.
And there's still a lot of players who decide to drop out quite late on the plane pass. Theoretically, I would have been jumping out quite early. And one thing which baffles me, nobody played Severny, nobody's playing shooting range. Everybody's dropping out to the right from the flight path, except for one team, which is in the top left, which we can see. Not quite sure which team exactly that is. That should be Chick's Army. Team 5, if I'm not mistaken. And right here in the screen, we have Look Ma, I'm on Twitch with James, Smarv McGosh, and Captain, and Mighty Bear TV. Or Beard TV. There we go.
Sort of dropping in the middle of everything. They got to sell some weapons already. They're not even alone. There is somebody on the other house across them. As I do believe they have heard some action. They hear the blast break. They spot the guy. Doesn't hit the shot. Just peekaboo. Nothing hitting just quite yet. Goes for the tower. It's already on the tire game. If you like, if 1 minute 50 seconds into the game and we're already destroying tires. This is something else.
Yeah, considering Hank is solo there, he's playing for Saving Private Ryan's loot. He's currently the only player for that team and has a full team against him with Mighty Beard, James, and the other two. But only 2 of them are currently opposing him in that compound. So he has to watch out what happens in the next few seconds. Fire has been disabled. Nonetheless, it's currently a matchup between two M24s and a car.
Yeah, luckily for him, he got himself a car in the end. I thought he was gunless, and they still haven't figured out that there's no headshot damage. So they're like, wasn't that a knock? Like, that should have been a knock, but no. You should have read the rules, mate. There's no headshot damage. And I do believe, as we just mentioned, everybody will kind of go with that mistake. They will forget about it. They will play along like in the normal game and go for headshots. And well, if you are really smart now and just going for the chest shots, you will most likely win those battles. But yeah, let's figure out if they can take out Hank, though, as he's sitting and holding the angle in the one story. Look at me, I'm on Twitch with 2 players close by, and I'm just doing the round around and trying to figure out exactly if he's gonna peek out of that house or just stay hidden for now.
Maybe they'll push him. James has found the car 98 as well. Same goes for Mighty Beer TV. So they both have that. We can see Hank at least has a pan. Needs to reload one of his car 98s as well, though. And, well, there was a tech there, if I'm not mistaken, but into the balcony. And another headshot, but that's not doing anything. And now the flash has been provided and they're pushing him. Let's see if they are able to get the kill in. Maybe they'll punch him to death. Jamie's with the first kill. Second goes to VGACA against Smarv McGoosh from Team Ma. Look, Ma, I'm on Twitch. So they're left with 3 players as well.
Well, they ended up with the fist instead. Figured out, like, the shots, they're not hitting, the headshot's not hitting, and now, like, let's just send it in. Flashbang, send it in both doors, get him down, and just kill him instantly, as he was the only remaining player, or the only player on this team. So he got instantly killed and deleted and returned toward the lobby. Also, he missed a few good points. Remember, you get points for every 5 minutes surviving. So look at the time, up at the top right corner, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. He just missed out on crucial points as well. That's also something the teams need to think about as they play the custom games. But some action might occur in front of us right now. Avalama, gliders, getting some friendly players joining in. I don't think they're so friendly, but at least they're joining around the compound, and now they're jumping out to stop him.
Yeah, Dark Souls seems to be solo at the moment. I'm not quite sure if there is another player in his team. He's trying to get away now. Just coming out. So far, no tech against him. Omalama trying to catch up to him. Same goes for Walaulo. Oh, and he gets attack in. At least the first one. But like I said earlier, it's quite hard to shoot somebody out of the car if you only have a bolty and are not doing damage through headshots.
Should have most likely gone for the vehicles, but on the other hand, it's really hard to take out the vehicles because of the bolties. So this is gonna be a kind of really hard game mode, to be honest, for first game. We're really gonna put them on their heels. Like, you have to think about stuff. You need to do the correct rotations. You need to think about, like, can't take out my tires. I might just go crazy with my vehicle. Maybe just drive over them, because there's basically no headshot damage coming in, and they can't take my tires.
And like we saw, he is solo as well. So Dark Souls was a clumsy command as well. We see Jamie shooting in the direction of Monty's, who's playing a 4-team, let's see, Pine. Let's start seeing them so far in the list. Pixel Chickens. Maybe we'll switch over to them. But they're also with a full team, it seems. 4 against 3. Look, now I'm on Twitch. Lost a player earlier. CDR with a nice tag against Captain. Doing his best. Nate coming out. That can deal damage as well. And there we have the second knock against Twitch. Look, Ma, I'm on Twitch.
I'm just going straight for the flash as well. Don't want to give that away to anybody, as they're still fighting back and forth, all the players now, because it's a bolty and one is going down there as a Jamies has been knocked down. It'll flash immediately after coming out from his teammate. That's another one taken out. Suddenly, look Twitch and look Ma, I'm on Twitch. Down to only one member hiding inside the compound itself. Mighty Bard. I mean, just the last remaining player, as Pineapple Pizza is now surrounding his compound.
Yeah, what's your take on Pineapple Pizza?
I accept it.
Pro or con?
I accept it. I accept it.
All right, you accept it. That's a good take. Don't blame others for it. If you want to eat, do it. You can eat what you want. Next Nate coming in there against Mighty Beard. But so far, he's lucky enough to not go down. 19 HP remain after that shot. This is not looking too bad for Pineapple Pizza.
We potentially just send it inside, though, without these ghost or dreadnoughts ahead and keep fire like you do it right here.
Next knock. How the heck is he only knocked?
Might have the self-revive. That might have been the reset, I guess, believe. So if you are peeking from the top of something with the self-res, that could potentially be a good play for some of the solo players. Along with the self-reduction, get yourself on a high ground that you can't be... Yeah, you're pulled up on. Just stay up there. You can't get headshotted, so you can't get knocked with the headshot. You can potentially do some good plays if you just take 2 minutes and think about it. Like, no headshots. You can revive yourself uphill. Many ways to play this one. But for now, things are kind of slowing down for the first circle. Just a few long-range battles going on down in the right-hand side of the map. And also on your screen right now, as forward, left, back, right. That's a name that will me and Envision, both of us, will struggle with pronouncing later on as the action goes onward. Having a long-range battle.
Let's just call them by their short tech WASD, which is way easier. Considering Space Out seems to not have learned the mode yet, he's still trying to do some headshots instead of body shots, while we see Pineapple Pizza has found some new foes to fight against. That's Team FPS, which should be, I saw them earlier, 200 FPS fighting against them, with the Ghost of Valley, Geo the Cruel, and Skitsuro. Let's see if they can do a better job than we saw from Lukmar. I'm on Twitch.
Well, they have the upper hand. The new circle should arrive in a second, or I do believe it just arrived. And they are kind of surrounding Pineapple Pizza just a little bit. Not too much, but they're still pushing forward. So they should be thinking about going for this one. That's at least what I believe and have gathered of information as they are pushing towards it. A few of them. Only one for now, actually. It's only Geo, the Cruel, sending it towards the players of Pineapple Pizza, but no players spotted just quite yet. Spots the glider. That could be cool to jump up into, unless he spots them on your right hand side. Come on, look to your right, mate. They're just there. Still switching everything. Missing everybody. But no players.
Yeah, don't forget, he does not have the outlines we see in there because he's not using X-ray. So that's in favor of him. He only sees dark spots there. But nonetheless, we can see that Montes is coming closer to him. Already below him there with the car. He sees CDR tag. Maybe. Nope. That could have been a headshot, maybe. But no knock yet for him. And therefore, we can see that both teams might need to switch to the circle now. Because they are only at the corner of it.
The circle has shifted towards Stalber, or at least to the west side of Stalber. Basically between 70 and Stalber. That's a really open area with a few hills on the east side. So that will bring some havoc as we get closer and closer towards the next circle. You see teams now are starting to fight all over the map and kind of grouping up a lot faster now. That will mean a lot more battles going on. Like, for example, a favor to lose now, find himself in the middle with a 2-2 split. Trying to hold off everybody doing a round. I do believe that's Ark sending it over on their north side. And yeah, right now, none been knocked from their team. But Pineapple Pizza got himself a freebie. Oh, look at this. D-Dox, he's done the calculations. Red dot on the hip fire. That's the formula of the heads up game mode, and that's a second kill going in his favor.
Yeah, let's see what he can do now. Gio is quite far away from him, so he's fending for his own against Pineapple Pizza. Monty's trying to do a drive by maybe trying to get a different angle in than his teammates already have. WGACA with another nade coming in. Spotted by D, but no hit. This proves to maybe be disastrous for 200 FPS. They had the high ground earlier, but couldn't get the kills done. And that right here. Well, that should be it for the WGACA with another knock. And that's the next kill for Pineapple Pizza.
The Zeus pistol. You just take him out. That was a genius. I didn't think of that. Now I just learned something else with this game mode. That's a genius move, and he got the kill and it flushed immediately after. As we now shifted towards the, not the dog shacks, or is it called the dog shacks? I can't remember actually. All I know is there's going to be a lot of battle going on.
Blues or yellows.
Blues or yellows.
Initially they were yellow, so they were called the yellows. Nowadays we call them blues or Viagras. You're not allowed to use that on an official PUBG stream, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what the other casters call them in the officials. That's what we call them unofficially here in Germany.
I have a better word. Let's just call them compound.
Right.
That's the best way to do it. That's the dog shacks. That's the dog shacks.
There's another compound, and there's a compound, and there's a compound. Everybody gets a compound.
As the circle has popped once more, going towards Stalber. We find the players for favored to lose, still fighting it around. It has gone in favor of at least 5 teams, with 2 of those teams being on solos. We have a lot of players on the outskirts, on the north side doing rotations. We have the west side kind of open, still everybody in vehicles, so now starting to think about going into vehicles. We have a player in a glider flying above everything, and then we have the PUBG Reddit that have been flying around and doing weird stuff as they always do. That's like the cherry on top of the cake. Of now, the glider. I like that move.
Yuri now with a knock against CDR. That's 50 hertz against Pineapple Pizza. And Natari says, well, let's try corkscrew. Do a different move. Try to get something different right here in the stream. And I have to admit, I've never seen anyone trying a corkscrew with a glider. But hey, that's what PUBG Reddit is for. Get something new every day.
Somewhere gonna be the first of course, so not Ari doing the for us. glider movement as he spots out the teams below him and bring out the information for the rest of his teammates. Where is it dangerous and where is it open? So there is shots coming in from Soup, the real Super Damor, one of our content creators joining in for the custom games. And they have found themselves 0 points so far, but now 15 minutes in, at least 3 points gathered from the survival has been gathered for the entirety of Soup.
Yeah, Subreddits with Das not on my screen and T-Grade to some together. Let's see what they are up to and what they can do in the remaining matches. So far, they gathered, like you said, minutes. No other points so far. Same can be said about favorite to lose. Pineapple Pizza so far with 8 kills, but remember, kills don't award you points, so it's only about getting those points in for yourself to maybe and hopefully gather some more minutes in the game. And the biggest question so far is they are currently driving around in their car. We have one of those missions, which is travel 5 kilometers. Question is, did they go to the beach prior and at least swim for a bit? Or didn't they? Because with that, they could have already achieved those 5 kilometers and those 2 additional points.
I was thinking about it, like, it would be the best move. Just jump, get yourself a vehicle, jump, drive down to the beach, dip your toe in the water for like 1 second and swim around for a few meters. Then go up and back into your vehicle, because whenever you go out of vehicles, you're moving and you will eventually move in the end and nonetheless. So get the vehicle going away straight away, get yourself some extra points your way as well. Get driving, hard to hit you in those vehicles as well, so it should be harder to take you out and you will survive for longer. So there's many things that kind of sums up for good points. But now finally get himself a knock on the board. That's Das Moose getting himself a knock, and then again somebody has been taken out as well. Gio the Cruel, they found himself out in 13th spot. No placement points for them, but luckily he was inside the 15-minute mark and got a few points that way.
The biggest question for me is, well, normally those points for survival should be added per player, if I'm not mistaken. So at least he got 3 points for that. His teammates were not so lucky. They were eliminated by Pineapple Pizza. We see another run over by ICT Switch, and can see that one player of PTD is dropped there, is knocked there over there. And I guess he's trying to get that kill in for his team. Favorite to lose. But as we said earlier, kills are not awarded with points. But at least you can thin out the herd, like they say, and therefore work towards the placement points.
Well, whenever you at least kill somebody, that's other players not getting the points, so that might also be the reason of doing so. And also the placement points, you know, the top 8 get points, the survival time get points, so that might be also the reason to deny the opponent somebody. 1 point here, 1 point there. It's gonna be a lot in the end, as we have seen, and 0 kills so far on favorite to lose, and they still continue to drive around. But will they spot this guy? Will they go for the drive over? They'll at least try to. Jumping out, going for the hip fire. Will they get him? Yes, they will, with a quick shot. And they suddenly take him out. Is that a hand coming in as well? Just kill a punch in the face. And he has been taken out as he shifts our focus to the west of the circle.
Meanwhile, we can see Space Out with shots in the direction of Hot Pink and his teammates from HAUN. Haunted death boxes. Well, the question is, are they haunted? And they are haunted by Des from Subreddits team with a knock against Sci-Fi Carpi, while Des Moose gets a knock against Hammy's Hangout. So they have to watch out as well. Let's please don't shoot us, or Who Built the Ark. He might be losing one of his teammates if he's unlucky, but so far it's looking good. And Not On My Screen gets another knock against Hot Pink, and he gets a flush in as well for Subreddits team. Soup.
Well, Stoop on this position looks like they have some advantage. They have some sort of upper hill on the teams fighting and duking it out on that west side of the circle. And there's a few teams like been found in the middle. We have the WASD, we have Hound, both teams are fighting each other, and then Soup coming in from the side being annoying. Then see, what is this going? A explosion kill? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I do not believe my eyes, but that's an explosion kill coming in on Sama, and he's been taken out.
That was the C4.
Oh,
That's C4 in the tower with the UEZ, and therefore they got at least a knock, but don't get the kill yet. That's unfortunate, but 10-10 for the effort. Well, we see more and more players die.
look at the time. It died just before
20 minutes,
20 minutes. Oh, it was like 5 seconds. All they
We see
needed.
Zune running into another team, maybe. We're switching back to who builds the arc. He's trying to heal himself. Yeah, you have to do that too.
Of course you have to heal yourself, mate. You want to stay alive. And you know, I don't believe my math is not correct. I believe the M24 it's like 80 damage something. So you wanna always be kind of 100% HP. Will at least be 2 shots before you go down. Chest shot is like, I don't know, is it 60 maybe, not 80? 60 damage? I can't say for sure, but that's really important to get the first aid off as fast as possible. Get yourself some more meds before you start peeking around the corner again, before you get knocked for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th time, as people now have figured out. You do not go for the headshots, you do go for the chest shots. And one guy that just got chest shotted, it's Natari. And I do believe he will be flushed by Soup in a few seconds.
There we go. Initially, Soup gets the kill with Tigray. Well, we can see that Soup is already aiming for WASD. Spacer with only 1 HP remaining. He should watch out. He still has 2 first aids, 3 bandies, and 5 of the energy. So he should be back up to 75 in a bit. There we go. But nonetheless, Panda Dan is eliminated. Tigray again gets a kill in for Soup.
That's one more kill, and that's another team out, and we found ourselves in the top 8. Now we do provide placement points for everybody that is being, placing yourself inside the top 8. But still, survival points still is about joining games, and it's still about doing the missions to get as much as possible. You see Soup getting himself a knock on the flush and space out, so he is eliminated and out. His teammates are trying to make a move up that ridge, but Soup are kind of holding multiple angles right now. As they're trying to get some back. Pineapple joining in as well. Chicken Army has been eliminated in 8th. We have found ourselves now with only 7 teams remaining.
Yeah, still 19 players. We have played for 22 minutes and 23 seconds so far. 30 with another knock against Tigray, while Rekt gets a knock against Walaulo, and Tigray is eliminated. So Soup is losing a player as well. Almalama is knocked over there in front of Pineapple Pizza's P-Dogs. And they might get that kill on their account as well. On the last 12 kills already for Pineapple Pizza. If anybody would have told me at the start of the games Pineapple Pizza would get so many kills, well, I would have said, yeah, well, for everybody who hates Pineapple Pizza, that's quite understanding.
Of course, you follow the, the line that everybody else moves. If you love Pineapple, we all love this. What's happening? They get themselves a lot of kills, get themselves in the placement points, and they see another team being taken out. That's Avalama's gliders eliminated, and Avalama has left the server for now, but he will be back for game number 2, 3, 4, and 5 later on. Vast, as we are called him now, down to only 1 member. Who built the Ark? Still alive with his team. Please don't shoot us. Well, looks like
so far the team name is paying off, because they haven't been in that much fights yet. They only got 3 kills, and at the moment everybody's focusing on something else. So maybe that team name is working. We'll see.
It might just do so. Still alive. Still watching everybody else go down. Still getting the points. I do really like this one from Pineapple Pizza. P-Dogs with that red dot and the Stew's pistol that is recharging. That was a cool play earlier. Now they're focusing down on Soups that has taken over the dog shacks. 3 versus 4 with the Wasti behind them, coming in as a Snakey Snooky. 701 Dirty coming in behind them. might just play this slowly. Do not need to peek around and show yourself. Can just play it slow and wait for an opportunity, but that might not come because he's been taken out and the flash come immediately after and he gets eliminated just 30 seconds outside of the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, the Giggling Grenades eliminated on rank 4. Well, we are down to our 3 last teams. Pineapple Pizza, Who Built the Arcs team, Please Don't Shoot Us, and Subdemor's team, Soup.
Hey.
Oh, Monty's with a nice nade, and P-Dogs as well. 2 knocks against Please Don't Shoot Us. And, well, that name paid off again, because they weren't shot at, they were naded.
Shots,
But
nades come
against
out.
Monty's.
It's kind of going back and forth now. The Molo coming over, they got a knock in return, and then they got themselves down once more, and now they're kind of burning over there, and it looks like they might go out down. 2 of them has been eliminated. They got a knock in return, but now looking at it, Pineapple Pizza 60 kill. They're pushing over on every single player and team they spot. They are going for it, and the server is not going through, as Who Built the Ark has been taken out, and he has gone out after the 25-minute mark. Good for them, but now it's down to only 3 teams with about 7 players remaining.
Yeah, get wrecked. The last player for Who Built the Arcs team, Please Don't Shoot Us. Well, we have 3 players left for Pineapple Pizza and 3 players left for Soup as well. As we can see, P-Dogs quite close there to get wrecked. While Pineapple Pizza is using grenades and more utility to put more pressure on Team Soup.
Luckily for Team Soup that they did not hit them, but they do know exactly where they are. They should have maybe accounted by the shots going on onto the uphill because they're pushing around to get wrecked. He is in big trouble because they're all pushing on multiple angles right now. Can he make it out of it? That's the biggest question. He's running out in the blue to stay alive for as long as possible and hoping that Soup and Pineapple are killing each other, but there goes the knock. And the flush will most likely come in because of the blue. So nades coming out towards Soap, but no connections just quite yet. And they need to defend against the Pineapples.
Please Don't Shoot Us eliminated on rank 3 after 26 minutes and 45 seconds. So at least he gets 5 points for time. Well, we can see Pineapple Pizza is pushing now against Soup. There's blinded there by a flash. Still getting the knock-in. WGACA with another knock-in. 5 kills for him. 7 for P-Dogs. Peter was 3 only.
For the pan.
But
He's going
this
for the pan.
will maybe change. Pan in hand. Oh, and he only hits the rim of the doorway.
Gets taken in return, and it's kind of back and forth now with 2 knocks in both teams together. Now, flash come in. Soup trying to hold them off as they're kind of close range now, and they hear the revives coming in now from multiple teams, down to 2 now. 2 on Soup and 2 on Pineapple. Who will win this one? That's it's all about. And the hipfire is not connecting. Only 1 guy remaining from the Pineapple now, and Soup has 2. Only 1 shot needed, but they take them back. It's 1 for 1 now. And a flash immediately after. Can he get it? He cannot do it. And it will be Soup taking the chicken dinner in game number 1. Holy moly.
Winner chicken dinner. Pineapple Pizza 19 kills. If kills would be awarded, man, that would be a lot of points. But unfortunately for them, it's not awarded. But at least they get some more points for time alive. And maybe missions fulfilled, because like I said earlier, we have 3 missions for the players. One of those is travel 5 kilometers, at least 1 meter each in water, driving or running.
I do believe that should at least give them something. I do think Super was one of the teams doing the early rotation with the vehicles, getting those, those kilometers on the grind, and also getting those long-range shots. That was the second mission as well. Well, we will figure out that one later on. That's game number 1. That's the first of the 5 games we have tonight. We will be back with game number 2 after this short break.
Thank you, Lena.
Okay, that's exactly what I want. That's way better than mine.
Oh my god, llama!
I'm trying. Can we get a lift?
Oh my god.
Yeah, but now nobody else.
This guy.
That's the worst.
What kind of parking job is that?
Oh my god. For me. Oh, one of them looked like it sank in. Oh no 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 no. No, I hate this. They need to fix this. That's the worst. Oh my god. What the heck? Yikes. Okay. I guess he saw me.
And with that, we are back after a, well, interesting first match. Match number 2 will be quite interesting as well, but before that, we have the updated leaderboard for you.
This is the top 4 teams from game number 1. You can see some of them going crazy in the kills, some others just really just taking it slow and steady. Soup and Pineapple Pizza 1 and 2, 19 and 12 kills each. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Then we have Please Don't Shoot Us, we got the third one. They still survived for long enough. They got some good points coming their way. And then you have the Vast, as we call them. Forward, left, back and right. Just barely not making it inside the 25-minute mark. Good games. Quite good game. This is the top 9 players this season so far. This is with the update from the last game as well. Last month's games as well. So we have a new leaders. Not only one, but 2 of them. Montes and not on my screen has surpassed Hank. Look at this high mission. Wow.
Yeah, that might have happened because Hank most likely was not in the lobby. At least I didn't see him. Otherwise, he might have racked up more points. And as you can see, CDR90 before you and Tigray, as well as Pdox and Sempar are quite close behind him, with CDR and B4U also with 56 points each. That's 1 point, which is currently missing for them to at least catch up to Hank, and 1 more point to take him over. Same points then like we have for Not On My Screen with 58. Current new leader, Montes, with 61 points.
Well, that is just a 10 points gap between the first and 9th place. Well, that is good. That is fantastic. But there is more points to be gained. We got the self-game number 2 in a few minutes. Let's go over and check how this all gonna turn out.
Yeah, game 2 is Take the Hit. We will have M249s for everybody, but they will deal 90% less damage than usual. So, it might tickle, but it might not kill you if you're pushing against a team. So you have to watch out quite hard That will take a while before any player gets knocked by it. Nonetheless, you still have headshot damage, so maybe try aiming for the head. Maybe that'll help. It will be played on Tago in TPP as a squad.
TPP. Well, that is something I haven't played in a long time. I've seen it come up with the Survival Cup and all this stuff going on in the competitive scene. Now we got to see the M249 with TPP. You don't see that much in the competitive scene, but in custom games now with 90% less damage. How many bullets do you need? Like, how will the inventory look for the players? With I don't need to bring like 600
grab
bullets.
as much ammo as you can. Theoretically, the biggest idea for the players would be take as much ammo as you can, get 2 M249s with additional extended ammo magazines, and then try to destroy cars. Because normally, if the damage for a weapon is declined, it's only declined for shooting a player, but not for shooting a car. So that might be something to work around.
That is true. That is true. You can use the it's only the damage on the player, not the car. Well, that sounds like it's going to be a good game. Well, we are getting ready for game number 2 of the 9th of the PUBG Reddit custom games. Game number 205, take the hit, and we find ourselves on Taego in sandbox mode on. That means that everything can happen, but for now, we got ourselves 60 teams, 47 players, and they're taking the plane path from the south to the north and up to Shipyard. That's my favorite spot of the entire map as well. Oh god, it's gonna be great, and the circle has already popped. And look, nobody's popping, except now. There we are, first guy out. That's what it is.
I'm on Twitch, already dropped there with Patrick. My namesake, so to say. He's dropping quite early. The other teams are dropping way closer to the circle. But hey, maybe it'll help. We'll see if he's the only one for Lukmam on Twitch. We saw that last match with some solos in there. So far, we have 47 players with 16 teams, which roughly means normally we should have at least 64 players with 16 teams.
You mentioned the thing with the vehicles, and people will probably camp bridges by looking at this one. Look at all these teams now jumping on this side of the map. They have a few bridges across. They have this one, and this one, if they want to be close to the circle, as they most kind of want to do. Unless they're going the wrong rotation around, of course, all the way out down here and coming back inside. Imagine sitting down somewhere, just hauling that bridge. With those M249, it will shred the vehicle. It's like be nothing left from that vehicle, and it should be a freebie kill, and also taking away points from the player coming across the bridge. But for now, most of them, nobody going shipping yard. Everybody going all the areas around them, but no shipping yard. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed.
Don't forget, you could also take a boat and get over here or somewhere. That's also possible for the teams. Nonetheless, we have our first fights here. As you can see, the M249 is doing 2 or 1 damage, depending where it is. Centaur facing off here. Currently, he's in a good position in the leaderboard, but unfortunately, his M249 is empty at the moment. And we can see Tanks is in the game now. So he's doing some points, or trying to get some points here. Giggling Grenades facing off against Team Mute. Zampar already knocked here. Cassie, unfortunately, only has 20 bullets left. To be honest, the easier method would be to punch him dead after getting the knock-in. I was muted here with Pew Pew Kapal facing off against its Fury. And another team joins in, the Giggling Grenades. Well, that looks like we have 3 teams already over here.
Yeah,
there's another team coming in from behind. That should be Chickies, I guess. Crazy Chicks.
I do believe that's the Crazy Chicks. Yes, I do believe that. 3 teams fighting in the same area. All you can hear is shooting because the M24 is going ham. And you can see people jumping out the window and barely makes it out alive. Flashbang is coming in and trying to maybe get a setup so they can push in, and maybe also you mentioned switch away from that M24 now and go for the fist, but now they're pushing. Look at them, they're not just tickling. It's a tickling fight going on inside the house. Close the door, reload the mag, get ready for maybe getting a flush, maybe getting the rest on your teammate, but it's not over because they're getting ready. Nades coming in. Well, it's not looking good for the team pushing this house, but they're going for the rest nonetheless.
There's more and more and more 1 and 2 damage indicators coming in. And the Chicks army is coming in as well now. Like I said, they're trying to get some kills as well in on one of those teams. Facing off here, I was muted now, coming in from behind to get no ultimatum, but before you here, trying to get some more points on the leaderboard. Hank might be going for the rest on Zampar. Well, we can see Pew Pew Kappa gets another knock in, and the Giggling Grenades have been eliminated. First team to drop out of match number 2.
Barely missing the 5-minute mark, and they go out as we've seen them go crazy for basically 4 minutes straight, and it's gonna continue as I was muted. They're still having a fight. Now, no knocks coming in. They have the EMT gear ready to help out, get the first and everything going on faster. Jumping out, I do believe they're going on a chase towards the Chicken's army, but they have some good angles holding those houses and staircases, so there's not going to be the easiest of run, but still, I can watch the teammates getting shot out from the windows, from the house, and he's trying some cover, but he's sticking around. Here's the guy outside, but his teammates has been knocked, and they cannot provide the support and the help he needs. As he has gone down, Hank, well, looks like he is back in business and getting ready to get that first spot back. For now, I think he'll at least get the surviving going and hope that he doesn't get taken out in the early game.
And there goes the next one. Pew Pew Kapow has been eliminated by Army. Chickies so far, or Chicks Army so far with 3 kills. 2 of 4. I was muted after losing Pew Pew Kapow. Hank and before you, currently the leaders of the pack in the leaderboard. Well, P-Dogs and Zoon. Well, Zoon did get team kill, it seems. Because we lose team number 15 as well. And we still have our fight here between Chicks Army and I was muted.
Yeah, it's not gonna die down on us right now. They are still trying to get the knocks and kills. You know that every single time you get a knock on somebody, they lose the opportunity to get the points, and it's all about getting the points. Of course, the main mission is about having fun, actually, but you know, you get that the competitive mind when you set yourself in the server. You want to get every single chicken dinner and kill on the map. So let's see for how much damage would they have done if they were closer. They were taken out, but they have switched houses. They have given this one up for sale, and now they have moved all their furniture and themselves over for the next house. Finally, the battle kind of dials down for a second. I think they're just going for some new meds, ammunition, get themselves ready for the next fight. Flashbangs turn out to be a good point in this one, as you can just run through and ram them down. On the other hand, you do like only tickle them though. That's the only problem. Maybe a nade and mollo could be the better choice, but at least some long-range fights are still going on in the battle between Chicken's army and I'm on mute.
But I get... let's continue. Sampar back on its feet. Well, we can see more damage coming in, but no knocks from Chicks Army. Apparently, they're still trying... Oh, there was a 4 damage tag, so that should have been a headshot by Hank. Nonetheless, they are still trying. Hank so far ranked 3rd, 57 points for him. So he got another point in due to the survival time. Well, we are still waiting for another knock or kill here in the fight between I Was Muted and Chicks Army. So far, this looks like the most promising fight. If I sneak a peek at our map stream, everything else so far looks less interesting. But it's a fight which has not taken part in the circle so far. So both teams still have to get to the circle if they want to stay alive for longer.
They might just go out for the mission. Some of you see them like the llamas, as I like to call them, are heading down outside the blue zone. They might just go for the vehicle driving distance and move distance. That might be the reason. But I also see some team kills coming in from PPD.
Yeah,
that was kind of
Panda
funny.
Dan says, well, if you don't find opponents to run over, let's run over our own teammates, it seems.
That's a new one.
Well, if you don't find enemies, you create some, I guess.
That's true. That's true. This should also be maybe the game if you are a bit smart. Go out because the M249 with 90% less damage, it will be hard to actually do any damage. For me, this could potentially be the game where you go for the med mission, because the med mission is about do more meds and heal yourself more than the damage you've done. If I did understand that one correctly.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
correct.
might be the reason of some teams are out in the blue, tanking a lot of damage. So whenever they go to late game, they might just not go for the kills and let everyone else fight each other, and then you just get the points because everyone else is fighting, and then just slowly come in from the sides, play the snake game, and then they will get the mission as well. So that might be the reason of that. So I do believe a few of them now going for that mission. That would at least what I would have done in this situation right now. But for now, it's kind of slowing down. The action is a bit quiet. Finally get yourself a breather with all those shots coming in here in mission. So, yeah, now they're all on the move.
And as we can see, there are cars driving over the bridge. The question is, can I was muted get the kill in against Shik's army? Like I said, it's most likely very possible that the car might blow, and it looks like it. They might get a knock-in through the car explosion, but it looked like Shik's army was able to dodge that in the end. Yeah, but like I said, that might be the most logical choice here. Go for the car destruction. And they're currently still searching for Shik's army's players. I was muted. Has to get over the bridge as well, though. And it will take some time before one of those teams is down.
Yeah, when you do the tickle machine, when the 2 damage is all you get from hitting them in the chest, and 4 to 7 is what you get from a headshot or a neck shot, the time will take long. And remember, if you have the energy going as well as you're fighting, you kind of just heal up everything damage that you've kind of taken, like immediately back. Look at Hank. He's been fighting for quite some time, 95 HP. When you go back to him in about like 20 seconds, he will be back on 100. So is right now it's kind of more of a ammunition waste, if you want to say like that. I do not believe you can get anything out of it except taking out the vehicles and maybe forcing them to swim in the water and therefore go down to the blue zone maybe.
Yeah, but swimming in the water might be a good chance for the teams to get mission number 1 done, because that mission number 1 is you have at least 5 kilometers to travel, and at least 1 meter of that has to be either on foot, in a car, or swimming. All 3 have to be done in that match, and if you do that, you get 2 additional points. More shots in the direction of a car. That's, I guess, 200 FPS. We're now losing their car against Pineapple Pizza. They have 2 additional kills again for Pineapple Pizza here. Trying to get the headshots in, but so far that rock is providing good cover for 200 FPS.
It's crazy to think they have a M249 shooting down at your rock and it doesn't make any damage at all, but the nades and Molotovs coming over might do something else. They don't have that damage reduction. So if you get taken out with those, you will take 100% damage off the normal ones. And the flashbangs are coming over from Pineapple Pizza. They are playing like a team right now. Let's get the flashbangs going. Let's get the nades going. Hopefully, we see one guy flashing and he doesn't moving around. Let's go and nade him or even drive over him. As that's what they're doing right now. That's one taken out. Maybe go for a second as P-Dogs are spraying like a crazy on that tree, and their teammates are driving around like crazy in that vehicle to maybe get a second. And yes, they do get a second. Looking at the clock, CDR9 to get the 3rd as well. What's happening? Can they get the last one? Ghost of the Valley down to 1 HP. He gets taken out. The self-revive might get them up in the end. No, it's not the last guy. The last guy is on the 3 further up, and he got the first side off. That's Skittu. trying to still survive for a long time, but he gets taken out as well. In the end, it's the Weekle doing the job for the final pizza. Now it's about getting the flushes in the end.
Yeah, let's at least confirm the flushes go to Valley now back on his feet. While in the meantime, in the split screen, we saw a recall through the blue chips. He's using another one of his self-revives, and he's back on his feet again against WGACA, and finally they get the kills. Oh, we have another team fighting here. Enormous Gliders fighting against, I guess that should be, we had them earlier. I was muted. They're both out in the blue. Boost Fiend now with a knock against Natari. That's another team knock here for Enormous Glider. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but they should be getting them up quite early and quite fast.
It might be the damage healing, you know. I do believe it should be something about it. They have their strategy on it. Should be the heal, the more than the damage you've done. And now, Final Pizza, they are still in this fight. Is it the same team now? No, this is another team. This is another team. There's not the same team anymore. They did wipe them, that's true. So PTD has made their movement towards Pineapple Pizza, where the action were going. You see Weekle's burning in the area. But a knock has been done in their favor of Pineapple Pizza. That's been a flush as well, as Arcade Destroyer has been taken. Now they focus on the next target at hand. Nades are going up, not hitting the perfect one, but still good damage. Look at a Pan. A guy going with Pan behind you. You need to watch out. This could be the perfect play. It's going for it, but it's not doing damage. Doesn't hit anybody. There's still no damage on the Pan. 90% damage reduction. It's not only on the M249, but on everything. I thought it was only on the M249, so the Pan is not working. He's figured it out, and now it's going down as they all focusing down at the same time, and he will go down to the blue zone eventually.
And we see the blue zone damage coming in as well, but that's regulated too, so Montes is still able to get himself back up to health, while Panzerdan is eliminated on rank 13. And we can see more teams closing into the middle. Patrick, currently the one and only player in this, quite close to the center, going for Shipyard now, one of your favorite spots. There's still no one there. Well, we have a team waiting over at the bridge, and right here we have our next fight between Chick's army, and I was muted again going at it.
I was muted. It's going to be the team that is going down first, as Pew Pew Capiao has been taken out. Teammates are coming over to provide some help and cover, but I do not believe they can make it in time. They got one back in himself. That's Hank getting a knock, and now Baru has found the snake laying down. That will be a lot of damage, and he will take him down. That's another knock going in favor. I was muted as they continue to fight them out. Will they get all of them? That's the third one. Is there going to be a flush? No, they're all down. There's going to be a self-ride coming in from some of them. Just go for the flushes immediately and get them out of the map and deny every single point you can, because they only got 3 points out of the time.
11 teams remain with 29 players. 17 minutes have been played, so you at least get 3 points for that. Well, we see that the players from Private Ryan's Loot currently searching for a possibility to cross over. Braveheart has been eliminated as well. That's PUBG Reddit itself. They're not playing for the points, so that was Dell who's trying to fly away. And as we can see, saving Private Ryan's Loot, searching for a way to cross over. But we also have almost gliders right in front of them. They are trying to take a boat there. And if they destroy that boat, that might pay off for them in the end. Because with those M249s, you have a lot of bullets left.
Oh, it's burning. You need to get out. It's gonna blow. Nobody takes damage from it, so suddenly it's okay for the Avalama gliders. They will make it across. Happy. Now they can start the camp themselves on saving Private Ryan's loot, as they will make the run over the bridge in a few minutes. But we're back to some action. Please don't shoot at us. for himself in the top 3 last round. Now themselves in top 10 for now. Now they're going up against Soup, their nemesis from last round. I think having a lone pack battle. That's a new one.
Trying everything to get that damage in. Nonetheless, it's still only 1 or 2 damage for both teams, so it's not doing as much damage as the teams would like. Nonetheless, in the end, one of these teams will reign supreme and get that chicken dinner. In fact, we can see more fights right now here between broken armor, and I guess that armor from the Hokey Puck is broken. While Tigray gets a kill for Soup.
That's one more kill in the favor of Soup. No points yet. We've got the kill only 19 minutes, but it will help out towards the end as the Sledge teams to fight, as Hank has got himself another knock. That is on Skippy Skippy. And he is being picked up by a teammate trying to get the cover, but he might go down himself as well. Suddenly it doesn't look that good for the noobs as they got 1 knock and 2 knocks in their direction. And now suddenly Soup is cornering around and trying to take out I Was Muted from the above.
Next snake by not on my screen in the direction of I Was Muted. And the noobs. Let's see if those do some more damage in the end. Well, 3 damage for an 8, that's like nothing. While I Was Muted annihilates the noble noobs. They are out on rank number 9, and theoretically now we are in the placement points, which is at least 1 placement point for all teams still alive.
And now it's about actually surviving for as long as possible, not only for the placement point, but also for the timing points. Look, at 20 minutes in, we can still get at least 1 more point for staying alive for 5 more minutes. So you do not need to take those fights, but it will help out in the late game. Also, whenever you go for these fights that we're doing right now, you're losing your rest, you're losing your helmet, you're losing all your meds and ammunition. To kind of blowing away everything, while a few other teams might go for the safe game and play basically in the middle, wait for everybody else to fight each other and screw up each other's armor and knocks, and then come in for the win at the end of the game, and also provide himself with great survival points. So for now, I Was Muted pushing up the hill against Soup. He did not catch if it was a knock or not, but they're still pushing forward and trying to get as much damage done as well. 9 kills so far, trying and aiming for the 10th as they're fighting for the real Soup of the more. He's getting knocked and he's been taken out. The Soup, the Grey, also been taken out. Doesn't look good for Soup. That's a 3rd one as well. Can you survive it? A Fnade is coming your way and is going for Pew Pew the coup. Will he go to do damage this one? No, only 4 damage with the nade. It's basically just tickling on the same side of the M249. It's now going for the punch to get the down. The self-revive, and I do believe that's everybody knocked from Soup. Now it's all about getting those flushes.
Yeah, and especially getting more ammo. As we saw that one of them had no ammo left. I'm quite unsure, but I guess it was Hank who had no ammo left. They get the kills in against Soup and now can maybe refill, depending on how much ammo left, what left for Soup's team. Well, we see Please Don't Shoot Us fighting against Pineapple Pizza. Almost Glider taking out, saving Private Ryan's loot here. Hotpink goes down again. And, well, we have more action for you than any other game, I guess. But, well, not as much damage, maybe. But let's see how that deals in the end. Another one comes in. Montez get wrecked. While Pineapple Pizza fights right here in the building against Who Built the Arts team. Art
Looks like
taken
Who
out.
Built the Art. They got themselves 2 knocks there as well, and Molo is doing a good damage as they're staying inside and trying to move out of Pineapple Pizza. And are going down slow and instead himself losing a player. Trying to survive it all as we kind of stay in the middle of everything with smokes, self-revives, nades, molos, losing grenades and everything. You can imagine, look at this map, look at this place. It's crazy. So many knocks.
I heard C4. Hank with another great knockout against the team. CDR now the last remaining player on his feet for Pineapple Pizza. If I'm not mistaken. With the Arc back on his feet, and Tank is pushing him. We can see the destruction for the 4 here. Yeah, like was shown in the patch notes, the destructible terrain is now in Taco. And we saw a good chunk of that being blown away by the C4. The Ark still trying to survive this onslaught by I Was Muted. 16 kills for them already. Nate coming out. But I Was Muted gets the knock-in against the Ark. Now there's only one player left standing, if I'm not mistaken. And Pew Pew Kapow takes Lightbite down to his knees. And that's it. GG well played. We're down to our last two teams. Armor Gliders facing off against I Was Muted.
I was muted. I didn't really know what they were doing right there. They were pushing two guys at the same guy all the time. Always going for the headshot and always focusing the same guy. Every time you get another knock, they focus on the next one. Doesn't go for the flush, just go for the next guy immediately after. And that was a really good tactic, actually. It's working out really good for them. I do believe they're up on 18, 19 kills or something like it right now. As Amalama's Gliders has been playing the slow game on the other hand. Well, not the slow game. Still 249 damage on Avalama. That's a lot to be doing in the slow game. But I Was Muted, as I just mentioned, 18 kills. They're going for everything. They're fighting everybody. And every time they get themselves some kills, they pick up the armor, they pick up the helmets, and they get themselves ready for the next battle that will erupt in a few seconds.
Trying to run over Amalama's team. Right here. Hank needs to drop out of the car. He's getting focused now by all three players for Amalama's Gliders. They do some awful damage against him. Nonetheless, his team is coming close as well now. I Was Muted. Facing off against the Gliders. Amalama has no ammo left. Gets knocked by Pew Pew Kappa. And now it's only two players left. Well, we can see a few pans flying around. Oh, there's more damage coming in by Boostfind, but let's see if Amalama's Gliders will be able to get that win in the end, or if it will be I Was Muted. And considering they already have 18 kills, if they get all three of them, they have 29 and killed almost half of the lobby.
Now we're going down to the fist fight. 7 damage or 1 damage is basically nothing. Look at 0 damage at the one point with the fist. So this doesn't look like it's going to be that much damage as they're starting to run out of bullets. Everybody has a few bullets left in one of the Amalama's players. But then now he's also out of bullets. It's going to down to the pan fight. It's going to go down to Molos if you have them in the late game. It's going to go down to the blue zone joining in. It's going to be the pan fight I wanted and I get delivered in game number 2.
More damage coming in. Let's see if Boostfind Bot is able to get at least a knock-in against those three. But it's looking quite, well, bad for him. Hank gets a knock-in. He still has his self-res. Well, Amalama is back on his feet as well now, but gets hit by the car. Zenpar now with the flush against Boostfind Bot. And Lama has to be the savior for his team. Yupi Kappa running over Dark Moon Prince. Now they're both in the car. Damage. He steals the car. And he steals the car, but it explodes in a few seconds. Lama is still able to get out, and Hank jumps in and kills himself. How unfortunate. Lama with 5 HP remains, and that's it. GG well plays. Winner, chicken dinner. I Was Muted gets the result in the end. 21 kills with 3,145 damage, and that with 90% damage reduction. I don't want to calculate how much that would have been if we would have been at 100%.
There's so much stuff going on at the same time. No damage. People driving over teammates, each other. Stolen the car in the end. And I got my pan. I'm happy. It's a good game. It was a fun game. And yeah, mission. I did not expect this one to actually go for that long.
Yeah, me neither. But we will also go over for our next break, and we'll be back with match number 3 shortly, because that took longer than expected. But nonetheless, I had fun. I hope you had fun as well, and we'll see you again after a short break, like I said.
More steps toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience. Destructible terrain on Tago. And a new way to hide your vehicles. All this and more as we dive into the Update 35.2 patch report. First up, we're continuing to work toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience. This update adds vending machines, previously a Miramar exclusive, to Erangel and Tago. You can also keep an eye out for medical vending machines that distribute first aid kits, bandages, and med kits. All these machines still have their chance at a jackpot, so test your luck when you run into one. In addition to this, Erangel is also getting Tago's destructible pots. Breaking these has a chance to give boosts, healing items, throwables, and even secret room keys. So embrace your inner Link and smash away. And speaking of destroying stuff, destructible terrain and the red zone have made their way to Tago. As before, explosives and the Panzerfaust will alter the terrain they hit, adding a bit more realism to that big, cool explosion. We've also added the pickaxe to the map for those who'd rather dig their trench a little more discreetly. For now, destruction on Tago will only affect terrain, so don't worry about the building you're in caving down on top of it. And on the topic of discreetness, you can now find vehicle camo netting on Erangel and Miramar. Deploying the camo netting to your vehicle will help it to blend in with the terrain around it, making it harder for enemies to see while obscuring tire positions. We've also toned down C4 a little by making it a deployable weapon that requires 4 seconds to set. This adds a little more risk to the reward instead of it being used as a nuclear grenade. There's also a new Survivor Pass, enhancements made to the inflatable boat, some improvements to the flare gun's UX, and lots more info about everything else we talked about. So be sure to check out the patch notes for full details. Update 35.2 is here. So pack your favorite explosives and get ready for a little light terraforming on Tago. Just make sure you hide your getaway vehicle from the other survivors. We'll see you on the battlegrounds.
Indeed, as Eugene Vidu takes down one of the members, and the fight erupts now as a response as who built the act, takes down Devious. Nice! Right back, pushing in, does get dropped there, but there is a good response. Oh, nice.
Hackshot polishes him off. 4 players left. Are we going to be healing instantly at the end? Team Llama's down. Hackshot's looking for the final kill. He goes down as well, and Fury, I think, is a lot. No, it's not. The Llama's winning. Interesting, because if Caster Curse wins this fight, they're going to be going, well, where's everyone else? There's one of them. Oh, Huntsman dies to his own. I can't believe it. Being distracted by the people who were parachuting in, and that's what...
Distance, you know, they're going to have the Panzers. Once they've expelled them, they're pretty up, and there's a really nice shot there by the real Superman. Taking that Soup coming in for his first. G ready for some games. And going on, fantastic show so far. Now, needs to back away, it takes a bit more damage. 24, he's only got a quarter of his life back, has to back away. He's down to 9 HP. What a phenomenal. Oh, unlucky. Winner, chicken with a fantastic effort. Yeah, Soup.
And obviously, we are back after that short bumper with the updated leaderboard for you, with the previous game leaderboard and obviously the seasonal game leaderboard. I was muted, taking home the win with 21 kills in that match. Second place goes to Almalama's Gliders with only 2 kills. Then we have 1 for Please Don't Shoot Us, or the team from Who Built the Ark. And if you add both kills for Almalama and Please Don't Shoot Us in the same direction, you get the 21 kills for I Was Muted. Pineapple Pizza with 12 kills, turning that around. So yeah, we have the same numbers for all 4 teams, at least partial.
It's actually a cool stat. And also looking at the damage on I Was Muted, holy crap, look at that, 3100 damage with basically 90% damage reduction. That is just crazy. Top 9 players this season so far. Hank has taken back the leaderboard from Montes and Bayou, so he's back on top. Mission points only 8 so far. He needs to start working with those. And he was not in game the last game. the first game. So you can see only 6 points from games joined, not 7 like, for example, the second place Montes as well. 72 points to 60, top 9. That's not that much of a point difference, so looks good. I'm happy. Are you happy, Envision?
I'm totally quite happy. And if I saw correctly, Natari already has 12 of those mission points so Natari has all missions already concluded and therefore can't get more missions points. But we'll go back, obviously, to our game mode overview. And we have game match 3 or game 3 for you. 50 hit and zip. 50% damage with the O12 and Winchester 94 only. And we obviously are using the zip lines. This was provided, or Lightbite was the one who said, well, let's try this. We will play on Destin with FPP and squad.
50% damage, shotgun, Winchester, zip lines. I don't know if I would be the guy doing the analyst. I don't know how to play this one at all. I have no idea how you're gonna play the zip lines, get yourself on the skies, on the ceilings. The Winchester, of course, works as a sort of long-range weapon with the, what's it called, a 2.8 scope or 2.6 or something like that. Somebody talked about it. The shotguns for close range. What's the we'll call it meta in this one? What's the meta in this one? What's the like?
The
what's
meta
the go-to?
theoretically is that you try to use a zip line to get up on a roof or something and try to sniper everybody out of the air or some other spot with the Winchester. When it comes to close fights, you'll try to use the O12, obviously. Nonetheless, we'll hop over to match number 3 shortly. And like I said, Winchester's O12, 50% damage reduction and zip lines. This will be quite interesting to see, because normally on Destin, you rarely, very rarely see zip lines used. But hey, let's see how many we'll see in one game.
Zip lines, yeah, I never used them myself. I can't make it work. I'm trying and sitting there, pointing the ground, it's not working. Not because I haven't tried it myself that much, but still. Winchester and shotgun, that will be some great fun. Well, we are getting ready. Envision. Game number 3. Bring it away.
Let's hop in. As you can see, we are back on Destin. FPP will be our mode in squad as well. So back at you with 4 players. And let's see if the teams will stay the same or if we have some differences to the second and first match. Nonetheless, players are dropping out. First team to drop out actually are Subdemor's team, Soup, which are even dropping out, well, not in the circle so far. It will be already provided, like you can see. And obviously, teams are trying to drop away from the playing path, which leaves Dorita quite open. And we can see Leroy Satan there. With the, I guess it's right? Construction side there. Everybody else is dropping away from it. And that's quite interesting to see. While we have a lot of teams going for Kavala, that will be interesting to see how many will come out alive from there.
Yeah, this area, that will be a fun area to watch out for. There's like, I don't know, 16 billion players and teams joining there. I'm looking forward to that. I like this one. Soup dropping early. I want to be part of the early action. Played slow and steady. Also, teams going to the Buxley, I do believe it's called. Or Buxley, something like that.
Buxley.
Also, yeah, backing off as well. Just playing the long game. Do not need to rush in the middle. Of course, you want to survive as long as possible. Yeah, I do believe that's their strategy coming in for game number 3. But yeah, 50% damage with the shotgun that I kind of never use. I finally get to see somebody use it on stream, and I'm super stoked. Oh, yeah. The O12, I thought it was a 012. Or is it a 012? Is it O12? 012?
It's O12.
O12. Okay. And the Winchester itself as well. So that'll be fun. And also Patrick down on the 45th place, Patrick. So now is the time to shine. Because look, I'm on Twitch. Yes, you are, no, Patrick. Let's see if you get yourself some good points coming out of game number 3. Maybe get yourself in the top 1, 2, that's good points. Joining the game is a point. Staying alive for 5 minutes is a point. So yeah, there's a lot of things to grab the points for. But if you're smart now, take out those leaders. But also, on the other hand, it could also be the death of you. So do you go risky and push the leaders? Do you play it safe and play it safe? Like, what's the strategy?
That totally depends on how many players you have in your team. For Lookma, I'm on Twitch. There are only 3 players. That might be quite difficult if they are facing a full team, like Who Built the Arcs team, as we can see in the back. Pineapple Pizza as well, also full again. And obviously, you have a difference between pre-made teams, like Pineapple Pizza, Who Built the Arcs team, and the random, I'm going to call them random teams. And that team we saw, Lookma, I'm on Twitch, that's a random team. They changed their lineup again. If I saw that correctly, Patrick was no part of them in the first match, at least. In the first match, they were 4 players. Now they're down to 3. So there was some change included in there.
Yeah, it's like people change the teams back and forth, like looking at the map, maybe the matchup. Maybe they got told, hey, join us, you don't want to be alone, we can play with you. And I think it's more like fun playing as a full 4-man squad team, unless you're maybe, say you're a streamer that kind of want to try to see if you can do it on your own. But if you are there to actually try to do the challenges, get the points going, maybe make it to the last circle and fight for the win, it's so much better to be within a team with 3 or 4 players, that's for sure. And as you hear in the background, that's the shots from that shotgun. That is crazy. 30 bullets. Wow. Okay. That is that is
yeah,
crazy.
That's the 12 for you.
That's
one of the main reasons why players said, man, it's too overpowered. But the thing is, like you can see, you can almost spray with it, and it does quite good damage if you hit. Nonetheless, it's played less and less by players because there are other weapons who are faster, who do more damage, and who are better to control. Nonetheless, right here, you are out of choice. You can either play with it or play with the Winchester only, and I doubt you'll want to do that, at least when it comes to close range.
Yeah, close range. I do believe it's going to be some crazy fights in the close range. And we do have ourselves a close range as the FPS to 200 FPS versus I was muted. That was family fight at the start. It off. Only 15 damage. Would have been 30 with each bullet. We've done less than 50% damage reduction. But there you go. That's the first knock. That's Hank getting a knock. And now 200 FPS need to play it careful because they lost one guy. And there goes the second on the second floor as well. That's Senpa getting that one, and the flush immediately after. Luckily, they have been alive for 5 minutes, so they will get themselves 1 point from that, but still, it sucks to go out now, as you can be surviving for the late game and get 4 more points. But for now, 2 down and 2 to go for 200 FPS.
Yeah, D90 961 and Ghost of Valley are the last 2 remaining survivors so far. The question is, will they be able to get the res in? First, we have a headshot from Ghost of Valley against Sempar. No, dangerous Hank there. He's pushing in now, and this will be quite dangerous, at least for his opponent. And there we go. Next knock before you gets a knock in against D, and now it's only Ghost of Valley, the last remaining member for 200 FPS. Sees Pew Pew Kapal there, but is not able to get the knock in yet. While we can see that he had a self-rest and was able to use it now. Trying to run around the Christmas tree. Yeah, they haven't found each other yet, but now the knock comes in. Ghost of Wally accessible, gets the knock in against Pew Pew Kapal.
At least 1 knock in favor, and that's actually the second one as well, so it's not all going in the direction, the wrong direction. But when I talk about it, suddenly get 1 knocked in return, and flush suddenly is only 1 guy remaining. That's D961 trying to be the hero now for his team. He could not get the rest on Geo the Cruel, as he will be bleeding out, unless that's his mission right now. I do believe it's too far away, so he has to go for the kills. I don't know if this is one of the maps we have the blue ships enabled, because in some maps we do have it. So if they are smart now, stay alive, wait for I was muted to leave, then run in, pick up the blue sun grenades, and come back into the game. So that could have been a good choice. Maybe even the plan coming in from 200 FPS. But now, they're running around him. They have spotted him, and they have taken him out. And there you have it. Out in 13th place. And they have been annihilated by I Was Muted.
Yeah, I Was Muted does what they did the last match as well. Getting kills in for them so far. They did get 21 kills in the last match where we had the M249s with 90% damage reduction. With the O12 and the Winchester and only 50% damage reduction, that's easier now, considering how much damage the O12 really does, especially the Winchester. If you hit and you get a headshot, 50 damage minimum. That's quite honestly very, very good for the teams. Nonetheless, we can see some rotations here by Pineapple Pizza driving around Ormalomus gliders. They're searching for a spot to play and an entry into the circle.
Yeah, they made it past, luckily, and nobody gone down, so they're still alive, trying to get themselves a good position in the circle. No point of rushing it immediately. You can play it the slow game, unless you want to be one of those crazy guys providing some cool action for me innovation. Then we gladly accept it. Avalama got themselves, what is called again? I've seen them in the US a lot. Swamp boats? No.
Yeah, the airboat.
The airboats. I forgot all about them in the game. I've seen them once before from the great clips coming out of the custom games. I've never seen them on a live cast myself before. Oh, is it a zip glider coming on? Okay, can we get a show coming from Avalama? How is this zip gonna be used? Can you be our guide of zip lines? No. He's like,
It's
no,
not looking
Tijo.
like it.
Don't look at me, Tijo. I don't care what you're saying. It will not provide
It's
you
Fury.
with a demo.
And it's Fury says, well, let's use the new functioning gas stations here. Fill up the car, get into the circle. So far, he's out in the blue, getting some mostly well-needed damage against himself. But as we can see, that blue is not dealing any damage so far, because he still has his backpack, his circle backpack, his blue zone backpack, which shields him from the damage. Dangerous Hank so far with 10 revives. Same goes for Before You. And then we have Monty's and some other players with 7 each. Well, Ormalomus gliders.
No!
Well, that's looking very unfortunate for them. At least they got to a different point and they can use that as shelter, I guess.
Yeah, you can go inside it. You can still sit inside it and then just be upside down, and people can. Well, most likely will not see you if you go into the correct seat. But yeah, for now that sucks a lot. Losing that one early on. FDL, and if it picks, getting have a shot battle. One good shot to the head. The second could take him out, and yes, he will connect the shot as we asked for it. And that's the one down for a PIX. Favorite to lose up to get the flush. Has some free kills coming your way, and denying 1 more points coming in the way of a Facade Destroyer. Luckily, he did survive for 10 minutes, so that's at least 2 more points grabbed from there, but for now, no more points for him to get from game number 3. The circle shifted north. Look at this one. Soup is in the straight of the middle of everything.
Oh, the middle. They had some, well, they had a good idea, was dropping out quite early. Waiting for the circles to shift and then rotating. Well, we can see some more shots from I Was Muted. They most likely saw a glider or something there, I guess. And they also got some shots in against a team which got the kill a few seconds ago. And as you can see in the middle of the circle, Soup's team is getting some new friends, maybe. Because we can see that WASD and some more teams are rushing in on them.
I do believe Soup will be in some sort of trouble, but might also be the best choice as you hold the doors, windows, and if they push inside your house, you can have the crossfire, take them out, get himself a freebie, maybe even a second one as well, and then they will most likely stop fighting you. And also they have the Winchester for the semi long range as well, to do some sort of damage. There is some a bullet drop on this one, P-Docs, remember that. You need to have that in back on your mind. Goes for the shot, no connection just quite yet. Doing the long range battle coming in from the Pineapple Pizzas, as they're trying to get something going in their favor, and maybe get even their first kill of the game.
Yeah, first kill is not for everyone so far. Still have a few teams without kills. Soup might be one of them if I'm not mistaken. At least I haven't seen them getting kills so far. And when we shift to them like you do now, you can see that Daz now with the first knock though against Okrasama. Question is, can the haunted chests get that res in, or will Soup's team get the kill?
I like this, the O12 with a 6-scope, long, medium range, auto shotgun, the semi-automatic rifle, so whatever you want to call it as of now. They tried to get the flush, but they couldn't get him as he was hiding behind, ducking behind that tree. Teammates over to get the rest right now, but will there be any push coming out of Soup, or will it just slightly back off? That's kind of the question, as I do believe the team they're fighting has kind of spread around them in multiple. And a fight going on towards the south side of the map. That's one knock in favor of FDL. No flush yet.
To lose against before you, and we can see there is Skull coming in with the parachute, and I was muted, loses their first player with before you, one of the current leaders in the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go down. That will be a huge disappointment for him. That's a lot of points that he will miss out of. Imagine his team winning this game. He's going to lose a lot of points, not only for the first place that will provide you. I do believe it was 7 points, but also the survival points itself. So, not to miss there. I do believe Hank will still remain in the first place if his team can at least survive for a long, long time. Unless you go down to some crazy action now against the favorite to lose. They have in the long-range battle with the shotguns, but looking at the map down in the right side, you can see there's another team looking and hearing some action going on. They're decided to join in. Have they been spotted? I do not know it quite yet, but they're joining in as a third party right now, and that could be problems for FDL.
Yeah, that should be. I'm not quite sure who that is. Nonetheless, there is action all over the map, as you can see in the map split. Soup's team gets another kill against the Wolfen. That's a team from Almost Gliders facing off against Subdemor's team. So, two of our content creators say, well, let's clash it. When we see that boost fight, but is the last remaining member for Lama's team. And we see forward, left, backward, right, or WASD. Now, trying to, well, get something out of that fight. Trying to get the kills in on that long range. Stream gets knocked, and that should be it for Almost Glider. There we go. Rank number 12 for them. Soup annihilates them. Sorry for that.
In the nick of time as well. Just barely made it inside the 50-minute marks, and one other point grab for Amalama right there as he's been eliminated. Soup, they've been in the action kind of between every single team moving up this hill. It's not the great. I thought, to be honest, they had a huge compound at the first eye glance, but then we got onto them for 2 minutes. 2 minutes ago, it was the tiniest of tiny shacks you could find on the map. But still, they are in the middle. They have the center circle. Teams are now fighting. As we see, Braveheart has been eliminated and been taken out in 11th place. We are starting to close in on the placement point as of now. As we watch Okurasama gliding around and finding some information for his team.
Yeah, 2 more teams remain before that will happen. Giggling Grenades still alive. That was his team which I saw earlier, or we saw earlier, approaching who built the Ark's team. And I was muted, who now getting the kill in against Zune. That means that favorite to lose lost another player. And I guess Fury is not quite sure where to watch and where to check for more teams. As we can see, Team Pix coming close now. Let's see if we will find a knock for one of the teams. The Giggling Grenades. Well, Fury currently the only one quite close to them. But we can see that one of his teammates might come in from the side and get the knock in. That's Cassie right there for the Giggling Grenades. And, well, let's see if she's able to get a knock-in against Pix.
Oh, she's going for the zipline up to that sign. That would be cool. Come on, Cassie, can you provide us the action we kind of want to get from Avalama? This one was a bit off guard. Oh, take the shots as she was trying to give us a demo of the zipline gun. I do not like what you are seeing on the screen right now. I wanted to see how it worked out, but no. I get denied once more. And the same she does. So you now have to figure out where the shots came from. Potentially getting shots in that direction. Rotation going around from the haunted death boxes. Going back up on the northeast side of the map. And getting one guy inside the vehicle. Doing a 2-2 split for now. Holding multiple angles. Getting himself some sort of high ground as well. As they watch Soup in the middle. Just looking around every single direction on every single team. That might just push up then later on.
And Hank got the knock-in against Cassie. And it looks like the teams don't want to show us how the good old zipline gun works. While Patrick knocks himself through driving. Running himself over. Cassie knocked. And now the fight between the giggling grenades and I was muted is continuing. Hank right there in front of its Fury TV. Let's see if they are able to go for it. Hank approaching around. Fury able to dodge that though before you back on his feet. Was knocked earlier. The giggling grenade still fighting for more knocks in. Pew pew kapow. Almost knocked there. Semper with the knock against ICT switch now though. Super kapow gets knocked by the blue. Semper as well. Fury TV gets knocked by Hank. Look, I'm on Twitch is joining in that fight as well. King MDS spotted and Patrick gets the knock-in. Or look, I'm on Twitch while Cassie runs over. Dan Gamer top and Facade Destroyer. Semper knocked by the blue again. Yupi Kapar down as well. ICT switch down. And that spells...
Hank is sending it.
That spells utter chaos for all the teams, I guess.
14 HP and a dream jumping out of the vehicle that will explode, and he will be some sort of cover around him to get the first hit going off as he's down to 16 HP as his teammate is outside in the blue taking a lot of damage. Then we have Cassie in a close range battle, but it doesn't work out in the wave. She wants it to happen and she gets taken out. Teammate hack shots holding the end close as Cassie's running back and Dangerous Hank still spots the team. Flanking around on the outskirts. Trying to get himself a good angle and spots the players. Gut for the shots. That's one down. But takes shot in the back himself. 6 HP now. Up to 8. Need to get the first hit off. Need to be ready for another fight. Can he find it? Oh, he cannot find it because Patrick with a nade takes him out. And the same time as forward, left, back and right has been gone out as well in 9th place. We find ourselves in the top 8 and the placement points.
Before you now, so far the last remaining player, but Hank is back on his feet. Thanks go out to the self-res. Patrick now dodges that nade behind the fence, and the O12 destroys everything in front of him. Every cover he had left, an army from the back with the Winchester and the kill against Lookma. I'm on Twitch. They are eliminated on rank 8, and they get the first placement point.
They go 8 and they get themselves placement points and also get themselves 20 minutes alive. So that's another point as well for Patrick. As he went down in the end. Circle has shifted towards the south side again. Soup still inside it. They've been inside it for the entirety of the game. Unless the first circle where they jumped outside of it. Now they have multiple teams driving around them on the south side as they're fighting the... Is that a wiggle pushing up? Yes, it is a wiggle! Watch out! Trying to get the drive over. It's not gonna work quite yet. One has been knocked and flash immediately after. Is this push gonna work out for Hon? I don't believe my eyes. The push is not working. They had the wiggle. They had 3 players. They sent it all up to the death.
Yeah, that's almost it for the haunted death boxes. Natari, the only one left alive. Well, we see the giggling grenades left with 3 players. We're hopping over Natari with some shots in the direction of Cassie. They are pushing forwards. Cassie knocked now. Car explodes and hack shots now with the push, getting the knock in. Needs to go for the flush. The self-res was still alive for it, but Natari eliminated and the home box is going down on rank 7. Now shots coming in from behind. Well, was muted. Hank, one of the players who gets a knock in or the shots in against the giggling grenades. Cassie might be back on her feet shortly though, with MDS going for the rest.
That was, I was on mute being annoying from out of the south side of the circle. Just barely inside the blue being annoying as much as they could. Lost one guy that got knocked and immediately flushed as well. So they're down to one member now. As they need to fight their way inside the circle as Pineapple Pizza still no kills on the board are fighting on the high ground. Please don't shoot us on the south side. More like the lower ground. Need to figure out where they're gonna go inside towards the safe circle. Soup in the middle. Same with another team. GGS as they're taking a fight. Be careful now. Soup, low HP now. Be careful. Trying to get himself a knock. Looks like it's gonna be one guy remaining for the GGD. Nade being cooked. Thrown inside the smoke. With the help of Winchester, they has been taken out. The Giggling Grenades is out in 5th place.
And this leaves us with 4 teams. 1 player left for I Was Muted, which is Hank, current leader of the pack. Then we have 3 players left for Who Built the Ark team. 4 players for Subdemor's team. And last but not least, 4 players as well for Pineapple Pizza. Please don't shoot us, like we can see with Who Built the Ark, the Hawker Pack, and Army. The left Who Built the Ark himself on rank 11 so far with 53 points. Has played 7 games with an average of 1.7 kills and 294 damage. And an average survival time of 20 minutes. In this case, he's above that. He's 23 minutes and 50 played already.
Well, the next guy to go is Dangerous Hank, the lobby leader, the seasonal leader, out in 4th place. He got himself inside the 24-minute mark. Not 25 he was hoping for, but at least top 5. And maybe the mission's also been done. Now focusing on Soap, having a fight with the Pineapple Pizza that is out on the outskirts of the safe circle. So they need to start moving in later on. But for now, they could try to get themselves a knock or maybe a second before they make the move.
Yeah, that's moving closer. Blue zone nade in the hand of Montes. And from behind, Who Built the Ark team might be able to put Soup's team in a dangerous position there. That's with the first knock against P-Dogs. And as we can see, Pineapple Pizza now pushing in. Montes from the side, not able to do damage against P-Dog, against Dasso. And we can hear the O12 rattling around. 3 bullets left though for Taz. That's not much.
The push.
Not on my screen with a double knock. And we can hear the
C4.
Good old C4. That will do some damage.
Yeah, Soup has pushed over and trying to take out the pineapples as they're now forcing it back and sending it to the west side. Oh, everybody hears that C4. It has gone off, but nobody... Yes, the one guy got taken out by... That's a team kill with the C4. And now Soup is shifting their attention towards the background. That's not on my screen. Trying to hold him back, but he gets taken out immediately on top of the rock. Going for the self-ride, trying to stay alive for so long with 4 army. He has something else on his mind. He want to get everybody in spots. One of them coming in from the right-hand side. Can he get the knocks on him? Or maybe go for the re-click on the guy being rested on top of the rock. Goes for the real super move, and he gets him down as well. Please don't shoot us. Still alive, and Soup. Only 3 guys remaining on the rock.
Nicely probed by 4 army. Built the Ark now trying to use his car to get some knocks in. 2 players left for Soup's team so far. Death and not on my screen. Facing off here. Army knocked by not on my screen. We're down to the last 5 players. 1 player still left for Pineapple Pizza, who's holding himself back, saying, well, why should I engage in that fight? Let them kill each other. And then I'll see what I can do. Next knock by Das. Hockey puck goes down. And this is looking not too bad here for the team from Soup. Who Built the Ark, the last man standing for his team.
Should be the time, and he opens up. That's one flush coming in. Pineapple, if there's any time to join in on this battle, this could be it. As a second knock on, please don't shoot me, as there will be a self-revive coming in a few seconds, and let's not on my screen is going to deny it, and yes, he will. And then suddenly, Pineapple coming in from the side, he can also flank this one, he can make it a win. He was snaking for the last 4 minutes. Now he might get the win, and yes, he delivers! He did remain as the last remaining player in the end. Pineapple Pizza coming in with the flank, with the snake, and a chicken dinner in game number 3.
Nonetheless, the real Subtemor's team with 12 kills and 2k damage takes the damage and kill crown, but that's not important. Important right here is which team won. And, well, in the end, it doesn't even matter. They couldn't get the kill. They couldn't get the chicken dinner in. Nonetheless, they are still points together. And let's see how that shares after a short break.
Come outside, don't come outside, Thea. Oh god.
You guys are playing touch foot over there, aren't
Smooth move. Oh, disgusting fucking player. Oh, it's right out of my.
What the?
Oh my god, what the f***ing need? Oh! I'm hacking, bro. Whoa, no way I hit that shot, bro. That's probably the best shot I've ever hit. I hear it. I don't see it. It's low. What the? Oh, it's right here. It's right at us. Bye. No, the other guy got.
What?
Hold on.
Oh my god, you just deleted that guy. That was insane.
There was
Just like, okay.
Cool. I just.
And there we are back after match number... Oh. Match number 3 is in front of match number 4, and we don't know what will happen then, because everybody blames Dell. Nobody knows what he has cooked up for us. So we'll show you the leaderboard after match number 3, obviously. Pineapple Pizza taking home the winner chicken dinner with 1 kill only, and that was the most important one. Second place goes to Soup with 12 kills. Please don't shoot us with 10 on rank 3, and then we have I Was Muted with 9.
You have it, top 4 teams of the last game. Top 9 players this season so far has been changed once more. You see the green pillar arrows that will say if they did go up in rank, the red will be if they go down. You see top 1 and 2, Montes has taken the lead away from Dangerous Hank, but it's kind of tied. I don't know the tiebreaker to be exact, but so far they are really close and fighting for that top spot. The real Super Damor has found himself inside the top 9. Yeah, welcome to the leaderboard, my friend, on 66 points, only 18 behind first place.
And considering that Hank only played 7 games, while Montes played 8, that is still an awful lot of points he has gathered. Nonetheless, we will drop into match number 4 shortly. But before that, we thought, well, let's show our faces again. And like we said earlier, game 4 is Blame Dell. Whatever Dell wants to do, it will be played on an unknown map. But we know at least that it will be played in TPP and it will be a squad mode.
Only information we have, TPP and squad. And last month, he was he was flying around, dropping boats. He was spawning weird stuff on the ground. He was just being weird. He even once brought the blue chick back for a player, for another teammate. Even a good guy, this moderator, but for now, what's gonna happen? I have no idea. What do we expect? I have no idea. We don't even know.
We
the
don't
producer.
know. The players don't know. Nobody knows. Well, Dell knows, but well, let's blame Dell for that. I would say that's the only valuable conclusion.
Envision. If you got like this chance, if you was hoping for something to happen in because Dell can hear us, okay? So let's fly that little game, okay? If there was something you were hoping for it to happen, what would it be? Like everything. Imagine everything.
I would like to have Haven as map because I really like Haven. Nobody plays Haven, but I like it. Unfortunately, it's completely out of the map rotation. But that would be interesting, considering we don't have that much players. That would be a map I would like to see again.
Haven, that would be really cool. Well, imagine having Haven with those boats that drive on water and on land. I forgot the name once more.
Airboat.
But Airboat, that's the name of it. Well, we are getting ready for the 4th game of the day. It's gonna be Blame Dell. We don't know anything. You guys don't know anything. 31 seconds for Envy. Last words before we go into the game. Anything you wanna like jump in on the last second?
I want to destroy everything. That's the only hint I can give you, because I know which map will be played. Because I have the map stream open, but we will not tell you anything except for that. But we'll see which team will remain victorious in that match number 4 before we hop over to our last match of the day. But as you can see, we're jumping into the action, and it is Sandhawk. We still don't know anything else. Sandhawk is the map, TPP and squad is the mode. And that's about everything as far as we know.
Like, whenever we're casting, we always want to have, like, some information when you go into the game. Like, get ready for this game. This is going to be that and that. And, like, we're going into Sano, okay? Yeah. That's it. We don't know anything else. We can't do anything big introduction. We are basically left alone on ourselves. Well, at least something we get is the map on your right-hand screen. We get the circle. We get the plane path going from the north of the map all the way down to docks in the southeast corner, and that's about it. Everybody's jumping out of the plane on your left hand screen, as you can see, and spreading around like it is the plague. And well, who will win it?
We have bots in the game.
Wait, what?
That's an awful lot of players, 96 to be precise. So we have bots in the game.
Oh, okay. This will be
so we
exciting.
have like earlier we had around 47, if I'm not mistaken. Now we have 96. And as you can see, Dangerous Hank already with the first knock against Leroy Satan. And this might be the first kill here against the team from Who Built the Ark. Pew Pew Kapaw gets a kill for I Was Muted though. So that's another team joining into the fight. Let's see, Kaishu-san, well, drowning. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
That's the bot.
But yeah, that's another death for the team from Who Built the Ark, and I doubt that he would like that. I wouldn't like that. Oh well, nonetheless, as we can see, we have 94 players still remaining, so you can get an awful lot of kills in this match. But nonetheless, not all players are real players.
The only question is, I got many questions. First of all, when you have all these players and teams, there's harder for you to survive it. There's a bigger chance for you going out early, losing your points. The second thing is, how good are the bots? Like, are they like on insane difficulty? Are they running around with only handguns? Like, what's the deal with the bots? We don't need that either, because everything is a surprise. Everything can happen. Everything can be a big surprise. Only thing I do like to see is that Soup has kind of gathered up in the Camp Bravo and holding that for himself, playing the long game. Limb Modifiers, I do believe that's one of the bot teams.
Yeah, most likely.
I don't see anything special so far in their inventory. Not even a reloaded ace on his right hand side. It's an SKS maybe. Can't see it. But still, just running in the open. I don't know if they have like, are they immune to deck damage? Do they instantly headshot you? Like, what's the deal? Blame Dell. Yes, I'm blaming Dell. I don't know anything. I'm insecure. I want mommy.
Oh well, we'll see. Favorite to lose has to face off against Saving Private Ryan's loot, as we can see over there. But that is at least a team with some real players. Same goes for favorite to lose, while Dangerous Hank gets another knock-in against the team from Who Built the Ark. The question is Who Built the Ark in that team, or is it just bots? Because it's quite looking like that. Doubt he's only playing with one real player, but we'll see what happens. E-Gray, Das, and not on my screen getting the kill in against SafeRes. They are eliminated first on rank 26.
Finally, a team has been taken out. That's one less to worry about towards the end game. Cyber Private Ryan's loot. They have been there from the early game. Game number 1. Found himself in between a team. FTL, for the lose, are kind of split up. One has been knocked on the right hand side as they're trying to favor to lose, not for the lose. Sorry about that. Trying to hold them back and potentially get that res going. And the problem is that they're being held back by multiple SKS and Car 98s. And a headshot now is not like the other games. A headshot now is a headshot, I do believe.
At least it looks like that. Gentle Sharp Eagle now with the knock against Facade Destroyer. That's a bot, if I'm not mistaken. And that will anger you quite much, I guess. Greater Good now with the kill against Lonesome Guardian. Let's look now. I'm on Twitch. Versus WASD. And right here, we can see the giggling grenades with the airboat. Well, and oh, it looks like they're trying to get some more space for the airboat. Unfortunately, the sticky grenades don't destroy the marble floor here.
Well, they might go for it though. That would be cool. Imagine getting that one up the stairs. I do believe they're gonna try it, and they are sending it. This is the most exciting. No, it's stuck now. I thought they had it. They can't take it with them up there. Sadly. Oh no. Gonna pass through it.
Ah, come on. That would have been funny to see. But well, we're back in a fight. Evan Private Ryan's loot here.
Yeah, well,
we see deaths all around the map. And we have red zones as well. So that will be interesting to see how many people survive this mortar play in the split screen right here.
ooh.
for PUBG Reddit. So Dell is doing some additional damage, trying to get some kills in.
I do believe he's shooting towards the resort.
Yeah,
Yes,
that might
he
be
is.
the case.
The heck shot. Yeah, he is towards the resort. He's destroying the entire resort. I don't know how many bullets he've gained by
All
Dell.
of them. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Okay. That's something we can agree about. Hot Drop Zero's been taken out in 24th place. That's the second. Then there's a third team joining them and following them up. And Smashes is also out now in 23rd. The mortars are continuing to hit because I do believe he's been gifted a mortar with unlimited ammunition from Dell by the looks of it. Jesus Christ.
I would even suggest that PUBG Reddit is Dell. So, yeah. Nonetheless, let's see what else awaits us. Subtimore with his team on his way. We're switching over to a fight between RR and for the...
Look at the map.
Now I'm getting confused by the name as well. Favorite to lose. You confused me, man. You confused me.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Nonetheless, there is a lot of teams in here, and we will get a lot of teams in the next mode as well, because it will be duo only. But as you can see from the 96 players earlier, we are down to 61, so almost. Or at least a bit more than 1/3 of the players have been eliminated so far. Tiny Flame Hawk has been knocked by Ghost of Valley. Another one of the bot players, which will be killed here. But Ghost of Valley only has 13 bullets left in his good old Vector. And, well, I really like the Vector. I played it mainly when PUBG came out. But nowadays, there are stronger weapons. Red Zone Runners eliminated as well. We're down to 55. Even more players will be eliminated. Ghost of Valley now knocked Lebanese boss, the last remaining player, for saving Private Ryan's loot.
Well, they are fighting on the southeast side, while I was muted now doing the crossover on the bridges, doing a rotation. As we just basically are waiting for everybody to start getting into the zones. As many players are outside the blue zones, I can see on the screen. Favorite to lose. One of the teams now just made it just inside on the east side of that road, while the saving Private Ryan's loot has been pushed over and is getting pushed by Hot Drop Burrito. And not only him, look, I'm on Twitch is also sending it out of the blue and towards saving Private Ryan's loot. One knock coming in for Patrick. That's one in the favor. Can they get himself a second as well? That nade is going back. A few damage, but not enough to take him down on his feet. Now just jumping inside the house and getting ready for maybe a nade coming up towards those rocks. He knows exactly where they are. Oh, no flush just quite yet.
Oh, sticky nade. Way too short. In the back we can see the good old loot truck, which has been reintroduced here.
Oh, out of bullets! Out of bullets!
Oh! And that's what I meant earlier. Vector is strong, but if you're out of bullets, you are out of luck. Insulted Caramel now able to get some more damage in against Ghost of Valley, but not going for the kill, or not able to snatch the kill just yet.
Oh, suddenly there's only those two teams remaining, as they did take out that solo snake from the other team. Luckily for them, they don't have to focus on anybody behind them, at least for saving Private Ryan's loot. But look at me, I'm on Twitch. They have the favorite to lose on the other side of that road, so they could potentially come over later. But now, Insulted Caramel with a nade in hand, getting ready to throw it above. What is this? A rotation coming in from the Pixel Chicken, and they're sending it. What's happening to this one? This is amazing.
What the?
This is great. Sending it in between everybody.
Heck?
One of them guys going down in the rotation, sadly, and that's going to go in the favor of saving Private Ryan's loot team. That's Lebanese boss getting that one. But that rotation, sending it through everybody, was just amazing.
Yeah, let's see if he can get the kill in for the greater good. Attacks coming in, but well, at least try to. No tax against For the Greater Good, though. D knocked again. But now I'm on Twitch. Might be able to go for the push now. But they're still trying to stay in their little compound here. Patrick, the only one pushing, while we can see.
Look at the right side. Look at Del.
Oh, come on, Del. Come on, Del. What you doing? What the heck are you doing? He's
spawning everything.
The snow bikes, you know, from the candy. Some gliders. Some more stuff. Man, this is pure gold.
I can't stop laughing. Del is just gifting Avalama's team gliders a lot of bikes, gliders, and everything as they're trying to fight their way inside on the east side of the map while saving Private Ryan's loot. Somehow, still survived for now. Let's look at me, I'm on Twitch, down to only one member as Patrick has been knocked and they need to get that rest coming in soon from Insulted Caramel. As now shifting his rotation into the house, one step closer to get his teammate back up. As you want to have your team back up. Going out now on 12 minutes, that's only 2 points gained from the timing sheet, and you want to have every single point on your hand. As for now, they could figure that one out later. Soup has been spotted, not between one teams, but two teams. I Was Muted is the closest one, so they have started fighting them down. But they're going back and forth. Knocks on multiple teams coming now. As Dangerous Hack is getting ready and closer to fight them off on the rocks.
And we're losing more and more players. We're down to 13 teams with 42 players. So we're almost coming to the normal teams. And the Mortal, like you said, Cassie with the kill against Tigray. And that means Subtamor's team is down another man. 3 left only. The keyboard warriors have been eliminated as well. Gentle Sharp Eagle was the last for the new team. That's not by Dangerous Hank. 10 kills against 4 I Was Muted again. This is looking way too good for I Was Muted. Still, Mortar coming in from everywhere in that direction of the fight between Soup and I Was Muted.
Self-Reb is coming in and Hank is just sending it up the stairs, up the prop, but that's nothing he can do because the knocks are coming in from multiple angles. He's been knocked and he has been flushed. And as the mortars are landing, people need to pay attention to the sky as well. It's not to be fighting it's not only the team on the ground you're fighting the sky as well. But there you have it. In the end, I Was Muted has been taken out and Soup survives with 2 players remaining. And as we are switching over to Avalama's gliders, as they've been gifted gliders, bikes, and everything you can imagine.
Yeah, and PUBG Reddit, or Del is flying with him together in the glider.
I like how he's glowing.
For new opponents. Well,
he's a
or
god.
maybe, oh, he's even shooting if I'm not mistaken.
He's in the passenger seat of Avalama. They are death from above. And now he's spotting red zones. This is great.
Red zones for everyone.
Oh, this guy. Legend. Oh, we got the glider flipperoo. As we shift back to Soup as they got pushed over by GGO. Or GGG, sorry. So Nox has been gone in favor of Soup. So they are everybody back up. And holding them back for now. As we have the perfect glider on your right hand side of your screen going upside down. It's so much stuff going on at the same time. I just love it.
Corkscrew after corkscrew. They're trying their best to maybe steer the glider in the right direction. I'm not quite sure what Del is doing there, or Llama. As we'll hop back to the action. 10 teams remain with 30 players. Question is how many of those are real? Well, we can see Who Builds the Arks team is still alive. But we had another team with a similar logo, it seems. Which was played by bots. They're currently in a good position there in Cal. The only team in the circle so far. Well, not quite correct. Soup's team is in the circle as well. But the only team in the center of the circle.
Yeah, the position is good. Everybody needs to get himself towards them later on. As we now watch Avalama losing his glider. The engine has been blown. He's doing the dip and dive and screw around to hopefully land it perfectly. He has his guest on board and need to take care of him as you exit the plane on all sides now as it has crashed out and they make it out for now. As we now go back to the battle between Soup and Please Don't Shoot Us. Soup is just barely inside on that side of the circle, while everyone else are outside of it. They need to figure out where they want to go inside now, Soup, as they will most likely be camped for that position later on. So that is a location you kind of don't want to be inside.
SCT switch here with a knock against Okrasama. Saptamor gets knocked by Army. Lebanese boss knocked, Wolfen knock. There are knocks everywhere. Please don't shoot us. Still searching for the kills though. While D gets one against Wolfen.
Oh,
There was some more char close, and as we can see, opting for the haunted loot boxes, the haunted desk boxes is quite close as well. Gets a knock in against D. So saving Private Ryan's loot might be in trouble. There are only 2 players left for them. Lebanese boss back on his feet. D will be flushed here, or bleeds out, and therefore saving Private Ryan's loot left with 2 players.
And now Avalama has got himself a double knock with that MP5K from the long range. The 2-scope is perfect, as Suin has also been found by the blue zone. Sun is only 1 guy remaining for a favorite to lose as they get the knock on Llama. He's been taken out. His teammates are outside in the blue and trying to survive it for as long as possible, and they all go down to the blue. So many teams at the same time losing players. Haunted death boxes saving Private Ryan's loot, and the Avalama gliders has all been taken out in 9th, 8th, and 7th place. And then, after that, we also have a team now fighting, maybe taking out the 6th place team as well. As favored to lose might go down to the blue zone. And yes, they will. The Panzers being sent away from Giggling.
It's an awful lot of Panzers.
Oh, it's just not too long enough. But that was a cool hold with the Panzers, just holding them back. As we again get the chance to blame Delve a little bit more, as he's now providing. Oh Lord, look at that floor! Oh God!
How many Panzers do you want? Yes is the answer, and that might be good for who built the Ark. That's almost well, an army of Panzers, but unfortunately you can only pack 2 if you don't have the tactical back. Otherwise you can pack 5 in total. 1 on your main slot and 4 in the back. Nonetheless, we'll see how that turns out in the end for Who Built the Ark's team. Please don't shoot us.
Now, just holding the center of the map. The circle is in their favor once more, as they can just hold it back. Shoot Panzers from basically every single window they can find in that house. As I do believe Dell is on the top of the roof. Is he going to blow up the roof? What's it going? I have no idea. Anyway, final pizza. Still 4 alive. 5 kills. 19 minutes survival. That's about to be 20. And that's another point on the board as they have found themselves in the top 5. Having some shots on the enemy team fighting on the south side. Be careful now. Good shots coming in from GGG. As they almost get taken down. And now So is also on P-Docks that found himself on a rock. Basically in the center of the next circle.
Well, let's see what happens. We can see a marker, a flag in the middle. That most likely should be the star and the end. We'll stop the more 2 HP remain. He gets hit again by Who Built the Ark. And that's another knock for the team for Please Don't Shoot Us. And it's utter chaos here.
All the
Panzers flying
destroying
around
everything.
everywhere.
There's no... Look, there's no more walls. There's so many Panzers being thrown and they destroy everything. Look, there's no more house. I know I've never seen a house fall down, but I do believe it could. If you take out every single structure that's holding it up. This is just crazy. The circle on the east side, just a few buildings inside it, while we have 3 teams up in the woods trying to survive for as long as possible. As the blue zone. Look at that. Look at the house. Great observer is providing us. Look at the house. There's basically nothing else. There's nothing remaining. The fights are now finally starting to happen. Now coming in the favor of giggling grenades, but no flash coming in just quite yet. Heckshot has been taken out, but I do believe it's going to be... Look at that. What's this Dell up to? Is those the ice cream cars?
Yeah, those are the ice cream trucks. Dell says, well, Let's see how many ice cream trucks we can stack above the building before it collapses. The answer is yes. As many as you can provide.
The question was, can you bring me ice? Yes. Here's ice.
Yeah.
As I cream.
I'm too hot. I need ice cream. And yeah, please deliver one to me as well. Who built the Ark was a kill against not on my screen, and that means Soup is eliminated on rank 5, while we see Blue Zone Nates coming in against Who built the Ark team. And shots in the direction of Pineapple Pizza. Hack shots does some damage, but is not able so far to get a knock in.
Remember, it's TPP, so they will duck and hide behind some cover and then use the TPP as advantage for peeking. And that's why you don't see them go fully crazy as we see Who built the Ark. And please don't shoot us, as their name is called. Just going down and getting themselves some more Panzers in their hand. Look at this field. It's so many triangles being thrown out by Dell. It's going crazy. I don't have the computer to run this. I'm so happy they're sending it for us, as mine would have crashed with all this action going on at the same time. It's been like a billion of them. Look at it.
Pineapple Pizza loses a player. Monty's knocked and killed by Dell. So Dell gets a kill as well through the falling emergency covers, which is quite unfortunately for Pineapple Pizza. They lose another player, and there's only one left, which is CDR there, who's pushing against Who built the Ark's team. Knock in against the hockey puck. So far, it's looking good for the Giggling Grenades. The only one left aside from them might be Dell in a few seconds.
Oh, he gets taken out as well. Trying to get himself inside the circle, jumping out, trying to survive for as long as possible. Only 2 teams remaining now. Only 1 from Pineapple Pizza. He's all alone versus the 3 of the greatest of the great, holding the top right side of the map as the triangles have finally stopped landing. And we have a break from Dell. Blame Dell. Well, you look at this, what he has made to the map. There's basically no areas. There's no cover on a C4. Dell is throwing a C4, and that is Celia trying to get something going in the end, though, as he hears the C4 explode. He cannot make it happen, and he will go down in the end. Giggling Grenades take the chicken dinner in. Blame Dell, game number 4. But Iowa Smooth with 11 kills takes the most kills. Wow. Invision, that was a lot of explosion. That was a lot of triangles. That was gliders. There were red zones. There were bots.
I didn't even know there could be that much emergency covers provided by the game. But well, in the end, it played out for the Giggling Grenades. They got the kill and the chicken dinner. And therefore, we're down with match number 4. Match number 5 will await us shortly. But before that, we'll hop over for another quick break and see, after what Dell has cooked up for us, how the leaderboard will fare for us.
More bullets. Ah!
go! 4 bullets in a dream! Let's go, baby! I have a rocket launcher right now, so...
No gun.
I have two rocket launchers. Another rocket launcher. Oh, shotgun!
Why is my gun not shooting?
Is that the card change?
Oh, friends, man. We got the half wall here. This is not a friend. God, dude. That's a different thing. Okay. And we are back, unfortunately, without the leaderboards, but that means we will try to jump into the game as fast as possible. Match number 5 will be interesting as well, because we have some glider action spared up for you. And as you can see, this is game number 5, Air Max.
Air Max, Mad Max in the air. If you see the movie, you will understand the game itself. It's Air Max in the air. Gliders will be spawned for you. It's a duo, so there will be 2 players in each glider. They will play around and we'll have a good time. Read a details announcement. Well, I haven't read them myself, so I kind of went because I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised. So I haven't read them myself. It's gonna be fun.
The details just say in the announcement, land outside, stay outside, because the glider will be spawned in front of you shortly after landing. If you don't stay outside and run into a building, the glider will spawn in front of you, either destroying you and the building or landing on top of the building. That might be a chance as well. And if you don't have a glider, you can take part in the Mad Max Glider Challenge.
Well, it's gonna be fun now. Imagine getting a glider spawn inside a house and then flying inside the living room to the kitchen and back. You know, it would never happen, but it would be fun nonetheless. Well, it's gonna be an amazing game. We just had gliders in game number 1, in game number 2, and game number 4, as we saw the gliders being spawned in for Amalama's team, doing some spins, those 360s and all that stuff. It's been some good action. I'm kind of looking forward to this one now. It's the final game of the day. We have hopefully the teams have done the missions, got themselves some good points over there. Now it's all about getting themselves in the placement points, get themselves a good game, getting more points for the leaderboard, and hopefully even maybe being one of the 10 random players at the end of the stream, getting themselves some G-Coin as well.
Yeah, 5k G-Coins will be provided for 10 players. And at the end of the season, which will span from May to June, we will have some lucky winners. The top 6, if I'm not mistaken, will
That's
get
right.
7,000 G-Coins provided for them. well, not 7,000 per player, but 7,000 in total for all 6 players will be provided and will be up for the, well, first place, second to 6th place. And, well, I can see it already that we will be joining match number 5 shortly. Rondo awaits with the Air Max challenge, and I'm looking forward to that because gliders are always funny.
On the gliders on this map will be super cool. We have those, if I don't remember, those big pillars that is on the map, all over the map. And if you're really good landing a glider on top of it, if you can, that'd be great. But people tend to camp on those pillars. Now it might be really hard because the gliders will provide them the damage from above, not only from the ground around you, but you will take damage from above as well. But yeah, gliders. We are really close getting into the game. Any final thoughts on the final game of the night? It's the final game. The time is going past. What's happening? Yes, final game of the day. Any last thoughts before we go into the game?
I want to see someone run over by a glider or 2 gliders crashing in the middle of the air. It would be funny.
It would be funny. I do agree. Okay, game 5. The last of the day. It's Rondo. It's a TPP, third perspective player mode. And we will have the duos. No squad, no singles, duos. And we have our plane paths, double plane paths, basically going almost over each other from the northwest to the southeast and from the south to the north. We have these circles already popped as well on the north side. It does kind of look smaller than the previous circles, so I do believe this one it is smaller. And there's also a flag up there. I do believe that
it just looks smaller, to be precise, because Sunhawk especially is a smaller card than we have right here, which is a 8 times 8. So yeah, it might look smaller, but I doubt it is. At least it might be as big as the circle was at Sunhawk. Nonetheless, all teams should be landing its Fury with the first kill against Barkion. And look, I'm on Twitch is eliminated quite fast after just 1 minute and 30 seconds from match 5.
As I did mention one thing wrong when I did the introduction, it's not duos, it's actually squad, guys. I thought it was duos, my bad about that. So we are down to 14 teams as one has been taken out already. 42 players alive. And we have ourselves some players dropping all over the area. We have people on stadium. I'm just waiting for them to kind of spawn the gliders inside the stadium. In the zip line in a way on top of the stadium. Or there you have it. At least somebody spawned it in right now. That's good. I don't believe it spawned for everybody at the same time. Or maybe it did. It might have spawned for everybody at the exact same time. 2 minutes mark might have been the mark that everybody had to stay outside to get himself a glider. And now Alama, he was ready, got the glider spawning in the direction he wanted. It then finally starts looting. And I do believe they will have a bit of an advantage because they have been driving those gliders for basically every single game except one. Now it's the entire game mode is about gliders, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And we lost another player in the meantime. Lightbite was eliminated for WASD. And as we can see, 14 teams remain with 40 players. And yes, like you figured out, all teams got their glider at the same time. That's how the sandbox mode works. You can either provide one player with a glider or all of them. Hammy saying out now eliminated as well. Den Gamer Top gets a kill here for the Pixel Chickens, and WASD is eliminated. Well, we see a glider bucket on top of the house. That happens if you are inside the house while Dell spawns the gliders.
Nice doing the breakdancing, the glider breakdowns. Haven't you seen the new episode of glider breakdowns? It's a common thing in the PUBG Reddit custom games. You get them now and then. But yeah, that's what happened when you are inside the house. Well, on the stadium, please don't shoot us. 3 players playing for the final game. doing the looting, getting ready for the circle. They find themselves inside the circle. They don't need to move that far as we get us over to our lovely moderator and observer, Dell, doing around this Superman flying. I do believe he got his arm out as well. Last time he was actually flying around in a Superman suit and doing Superman things. And now we get to witness him going around and most likely providing gliders for people that lost their gliders or players driving with vehicles. Well, we can figure out later on as some people are kind of drunk as well during the driving. Should have been a glider, shouldn't have been a car. That's probably they're crashing and now doing the rotation early on as 4 minutes and 40 seconds has passed and we are closing in on that 5-minute mark to provide the first survival point of the game.
First points are good points. Nonetheless, we already lost a few teams and a few players, so they don't get any point. That's quite a shame. Nonetheless, Dell is still on his way. Oh no, he's stopped somewhere. I don't see him. Ah, there we have him. Right in front of Cassie, who is just running. And Cassie gets a glider provided by Dell. And we heard her thanking him. And now he's back in Superman mode, searching for other players who didn't get their gliders yet. Nonetheless, let's see if he finds more of them. Because there should be still more. He's now in Hungshan. And there are still a few players there. One full team searching for their gliders. While we can see Septimer's team going for a joyride with their glider T-Gray. And not on my screen as well as Septimer's himself. And on the roof of the stadium we can see Please Don't Shoot Us with the hockey puck going for their start of their joyride in the glider. We can see and hear shots coming in.
Chased down.
He has to watch out. That was a close one.
That was really close, almost having the air-to-air crash with the glider. He figured that I would crash it myself in the ground instead, as they were kind of shooting at him from the glider with the Tommy guns. There's a lot of Tommy guns being brought out from everybody. I do believe maybe that's the only weapon on your hand available, as now trying to get the knock as well. He's down from the glider, but still alive on the ground, trying to make a run for it. The both gliders are doing the drive around, trying to get him down. They might end up crashing, and they do that. They send it inside the stadium, the roof of the stadium, and lands it on all 4 wheels. I do believe they might get it going again. No, they will not, because for me, oh my lord, coming in from the left-hand side, getting both of the knocks. He's going for the 3rd and 4th as they're sending it to the roof.
The question is, will they land on the roof or will they turn around to try and get... Oh, they landed on the roof.
Oh, but
not on my screen. Oh, gets pushed by the glider. Very unfortunate. Daz back on his feet, but gets knocked again by Army. Septimore dropping down, gets shot out of the air. And that's another knock for Army. Who has almost all kills against Septimore's team. Soup now in trouble. They only have 1 player left, which is on top of the roof. And in the back we can see Dell flying around. Well, not on my screen says, well, nice of you to show up, but you get knocked as well.
He was kind of nice of him to do not go for the flush straight away, as he's actually giving them a chance. As now they got themselves a sudden knock, and now he's getting flushed himself instead. Soup lost all 3. 1 has been flushed. And now they get themselves 2 kills in return. Potentially even it could be the 3rd and final, as well as the hockey puck. He's holding the angles, and smokes has been provided to jump into, but not on my screen. Is he gonna go for it? What is the idea? Smoke is being thrown down to provide some cover. Maybe he can jump into it. Maybe he can get something going, as the real Super Demore has been flushed finally. Automatic jumping down. 2 shots in his head. It's being really low now. But it's going with the first aid off. Gets it off in time. He can get to fight another day. Spots the guy. Goes for the shots, but it's not going to be in time because the nade has already landed. And they find themselves eliminated in 13th in the final game of the PUBG custom ready games.
And unfortunately though, who built the Ark down as well as the 2nd member of his team, but the recall function is there, uploading the blue chips, and that means Please don't shoot us. We'll commence with all 3 players. While we can see that Walaulo is going and trying to refuel his glider at the gas station. I'm not quite sure that works out, but we'll see. We can see the camera shake by Apocalypse, who's saying, no man, that's not working out there. But well, it looks like it might have worked.
It's full of gas.
Glider is completely full. Now he needs to drive backwards, so Hackshots with the run over against Montes. And that means Pineapple Pizza is down a player as well. And the haunted dust boxes are back in the game there.
The gliding refuel worked from the gas station as we see Dal flying around providing more gliders for the teams. We have the Avalamas gliders in their gliders flying all over the scene. You can see them in front of them. 2 others as we see the Avalama, this guy himself crash landing and getting ready to jump out as he has his team with him. And no, they're not jumping out because the team he was sending it against, they're all in the sky. So there's not going to be any fighting on the ground unless they're going to go and shoot from the glider and provide us cover from the ground itself. But for now, Pineapple is just backing off, getting the gliders somewhere else on the map, spotting the other gliders flying around. There's so many gliders. Of course it is so many gliders. It's Air Max or Air Mad Max on the last game of the day. And shots are coming basically all over the world. It's kind of difficult to shoot from those gliders. Have you tried shooting for those in Vision? The glider?
Yeah, I have done my fair share of glider flying and shooting. I, well, mostly rather like to fly them than shoot, because my aim is quite bad, but normally I have someone with me who's able to shoot from the gliders quite well, so that works out in the end.
That's why we become casters instead, man.
Yeah.
If you can't shoot,
totally.
go cast instead.
If that's a bad for comp play, you'll just start casting or doing something else to provide some meaningful stuff for the game.
Well, the circle has shifted once more, going on the north side. Teams need to start thinking about that one when they are at least going to fight the gliders. Can fight them in the safe zone whenever that one hits. It's only going to be phase 2, so not that much damage unless there's been some crazy stats on the blue zone. I don't believe it's going to be. We have teams now all making the way towards the circle. It's only a few teams outside, and of course the teams in the stadium that had those big fights. I do believe they're just getting the loot back, and then they will be in the air as well. So almost every team has made it towards the circle. I was muted in the middle. No kills on them just quite yet. Not that many kills on any team, to be honest. So there is a few that's been killed early on. I believe there's going to be 14 players that's been killed. No, maybe
Roughly,
someone else.
Both teams, 34 players remain. We see some shots everywhere. But so far, I haven't yet really seen a fight in the air which provided amicable destruction. And the last favorite to lose, trying the long-range shots in the direction of a glider there, but I doubt that'll work out. Wolf here, though, for favorite to lose in the air as well. 31 bullets, 253 reload for him with his Tommy gun, so that would be good for a fight in the air. The Arc also going for the air fight. Shots in the direction of the haunted desk boxes. They have to watch out though. The Archipuck, the one doing the shooting while Arc flies, and now they're landing. And you can see an awful lot of gliders in the air, almost crashing into each other here. For you with the knock and flush against damage on. And those were the chicks there. Getting that knock. The very now with the re-knock though against before you.
We haven't seen any crashes, glider crashes in the sky quite yet. Like nobody has crashed into each other. Only like barely missing out or crashing on the ground as we find themselves. I was on mute, and Chickens now having a fight. Chickens army been eliminated in 12th place. I was on mute. As we see in the... Oh, gliders being spotted as well. That is just... Dal flying around, being annoying. And in case somebody loses the engine, there should be a glider on ground to pick up as we get the sky view, the ice view of Dal as he kills himself, I do believe. I don't know. No, he's still alive.
No, I guess there was Boost Find Bot who died somehow in the air, I guess. You can see some nades coming in for the Giggling Grenades army in a fight against Romartior. Pixel Chicken versus Who Builds the Arcs team. Please don't shoot us. While Sempar's grenade finds a Panther Dan. And Panther Dan is eliminated on rank 11 by was muted again. And they're doing more kills than, well, are good in the end, because kills don't count. And I guess they might have tried and forgotten about that. It's Fury with the kill against Skulf, and therefore favorite to lose is eliminated as well on rank 10.
Only 9 teams remaining as of now, and almost everybody is in the air with the gliders. Only a few members from I Was Good and Arc is fighting on the ground. I do believe some of them also were knocked from the gliders. Now we need to get the flush going. Just take them out. You don't want them to get any points from those placement points. Another has been knocked. There you see the Hucky Puck being taken out. They're having problems on the ground, but for now, Content Deathbox is trying to figure out if they can land on somebody, if they can shoot through the glider or see somebody in the smokes, even maybe dropping a nade from the sky. Could be a bomber glider coming in. Look at this! So much smokes. There's a nade coming down as well, trying to get something in the smoke, but not connecting. And they will still be alive.
So many gliders, man. So many gliders. The question is, will we have an end fight in the air? That will be quite hard, depending how the circle might shift, because especially since the gliders, well, possibility to turn around is quite limited, and this looks interesting. Normal Armor doing some more tricks in the air there. Well, we can see some gliders did land in the river here. Now they're trying to get back up in the air. Well, I guess at least Normal Armor's gliders have my points, gets the star points for flying through the air here.
If there was a point for the most tricks in air, our llamas would have gotten it 10 out of 10 times. There's no doubt about that one. Well, still in the air, still trying to get themselves some kills. The new circle has shifted, as you see down in the right-hand side corner. It's going to the west side right now, and you see everybody starting slow and steady, starting to move in that direction. Look at the sky! So many gliders. This is amazing. This is just amazing.
Considering Cassie is solo in the glider, that's quite hard to do. For everyone who tried to play a solo glider, shooting, switching between the seats, it's quite difficult. There we saw a crash in the air. Cassie was hit by Dangerous Hank and turned around a few times. In the end, though, both are still flying. Well, Armor says, well, I'm gonna fly how I want to fly. Now, this time it's on the back.
I look at this. I really like this. Look at this team. Sitting here, bunkering down, holding the ground level while everyone else is flying. They're sending 2 guys up on the gliders to at least be around in the area, but 2 of them just holding the gas station. And most likely should be for 2 things. Either for the ammunition of the Tommy gun, because you're kind of running out, and also for the possible to shoot at everybody flying around you. And they're in the circle. A good spot to be in. It's now working at least good out for now. 5 kills in their favor. And Cassie is one of the team's members flying around and trying to maybe ram some of the other gliders. That could also be her mission.
Another thing why they hunkered down there is because that's the gas station and one of the only spots still able to fuel your glider if Dell does not provide new gas cans in the meantime. So that might be one of the things why they decided to drop there and play there, so they can have the, well, the fuel in their favor.
The refueling station. to be exact. And there's some that is spawned over the board, but some of them has landed on the roof and some are not. Oh, that's not a glider flying on somebody.
That's a glider kill.
I never seen that icon before. Never seen it.
That is a glider kill. I'm not quite sure how exactly that kill happened. Well,
Must have been in
it
the
looked
ground. Maybe.
promising. And we're down to 7 teams meanwhile. Dangerous Hank got eliminated for his team on rank 8. And we are also down to 15 players. So, well, the Giggling Grenades having above 1/4 of the players left alive for themselves. CR is eliminated as well. So we're down to 6 teams.
6 teams remaining and Giggling Grenade still 4 alive and 14 players. There's the first knock on Cassie. She has been knocked down, but still hiding behind the tree, safe for a few seconds as the mole has been thrown out and she is burning. We might see the end of Cassie unless she gets that first blade off, the self-revive. Yeah, she does, but he goes immediately down once more. That's the second knock for Cassie now. As the team has tried to provide some cover to help her out, but it's not going to work just quite yet. It's Fury also been taken down now by Ukra-sama. That's the second knock for him. And a flash immediately after just to take them out. And 200 FPS has been taken out in the meanwhile by the haunted death boxes. Continue fight there, Ukra-sama. Another one. That's a third one going in his favor. Could it be the fourth as well? As the hick shot is being rammed by a glider from above. I don't believe my eyes. Is that from the mod or is it actually somebody ramming him? Nades are going out.
Del spawning them.
Del doesn't like him sitting on the ground, so Del is spawning gliders left and right and providing a glider bombardment from above. Hacksaw get a knock. Finally takes out Ukra-sama. And the flush will come in eventually if he has the ammunition to do so. And yes, he will. That should be one more removed from the Amalama Gliders team. We are still 5 teams alive.
Haunted death boxes left with 3 players so far. So they have roughly 1/3 of the players which are left in the game.
Look at the
with
circle.
5 teams, that means we roughly have... Yeah, the circle did move, thanks to Del. With 5 teams, that means we roughly have 2 players per team left. Hot Pink now with the knock against Army. That's 1 player left for Hubel the Ark's team. Or we can see the Wolfen and the Haunted Death Box as well. That's it for the Army. For Army and Hubel the Ark's team. Please don't shoot us. They are eliminated on rank 5. We are left with 4 teams. Giggling Grenades still left with 4 players. Cassie, Fury, King MDS and Hackshots. Even though they were knocked. But in the end, they could come back. Gliders. Omalamas Gliders left with 2 players. One of those players we have still left for those 11 players. If I'm not mistaken. No, 10 players. Is Del. Obviously waiting for the game to end and shifting the circle again and again. Lulu has to work around that, gets hit by the circle and has to watch out because the circle is moving and moving and moving, and that hurts.
Yeah, this is why you want to be inside the glider and not on the ground. It's a lot easier to get yourself inside the next blue zone with the glider, but when you're on the ground you might just go down to the zone if you kind of find yourself stuck or the zone is moving way too quickly. So it's kind of Del's way to tell everybody to stop being on the ground and get inside the gliders, because that's what he wants to have for the game mode. Amalama just still alive with his teammate the Wolfen. They about to find himself in the gliders as well, trying to survive for as long as possible to get in on Del. He is getting ready to move the blue zone once more, but the action on the ground is happening. A glider is crashing to the ground and is landing. Vala Ulo gets out, survives. Need to find himself a new glider.
And the problem was that Del spawned the glider in front of him, and therefore that one crashed into his glider. King MDS now with the knock against Valaulo. And gets a flush as well. The Giggling Grenades taking out another player of the Haunted Death Boxes. Omalama's glider in trouble. He sees the glider down there and he needs to take that because his glider was almost blown Atari dropping down here. Needs to pick up the pace and get back in the air. But we still have some players on the bottom, on the ground, shooting here. The giggling grenade saying, well, if we don't play in the air, you don't play in the air as well. Here TV pushing forwards. Blue zone shifted again thanks to Dell, which means that the giggling grenades needed to move. Natari now running over Hotping and gets a kill as well. That's, well, not too good for the haunted desk boxes killing themselves.
That's
Natari
a
is
team
the only
kill.
one left. And as we can see, the circle shifts in the direction of that little flag down there. Amalama currently the only one in the new circle.
Awalama doing what he does best, being the glider team, and is still in the air. His teammate has been knocked, but he found himself still alive as the team on the ground is fighting for the last remaining player, and there he goes down. And suddenly, there's only one guy remaining. It's the glider boss himself, doing some cool moves. Look at the moves from Amalama. That's a nice moves coming in from this guy. He really knows how to play with that glider, but he's being chased down by Hawkshot. He's sending it after him in the drive with the vehicle, with the Tommy gun. Amalama lost his engine as they tried to ram him. They hit him with the ram. He's going down. It might be the end. And yes, it is. Amalama goes out, and they have been taken out. I don't believe my eyes, but he was the last remaining player in that glider. And now it is all down to the last remaining player. It is Dev as the final boss of the game. I don't believe if he's gonna give them something cool to fight against. Is it gonna be a pan fight? Fail to spawn object. He's definitely spawning something. It's a pan fight. Okay. They provide me with my pan fight. I'm happy. I'm super happy. And there you go. I guess I'm telling him we are ready in a few seconds. Get everything going. Okay. Match is on. The pan match is on for the final chicken dinner of the game. Will Dev get it? Or will he go down? He's been hit once with a shotgun. The second as well. Down to 1 HP, 3 HP. Trying to survive for as long as possible. It's not gonna work out. And the Braveheart dips away and says, nah, I'll give it myself another try. Self-revive coming in. 8 seconds on the clock, and Giggling Grenades doesn't understand. Where did he go? Did he go to the east? Did he go to the west? No, he's on the north side, still getting the rest going, and the first aid off as well. Need to get fast now, Dev. With the Panzer in hand, suddenly they're shooting each other, and the Panzer coming in. He hits really good. That's a knock on Hackshot. And Cassie going for the team kill as well, doing the danceroo. Just showing off her nice dance moves. That's a cool skin, by the way. I did not even notice before now. That's one of the coolest skins in a long time. It's not being knocked.
Actuals lying around with Dell together. And he just dropped them in the blue. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The Giggling Grenades get the kill and the win in the last match. Because Dell kills himself in the blue. Nonetheless, this was fun. And more glider action. I want more glider action.
It was really fun watching the gliders, and we had a crash as well. And normally you never see glider action and crashes because it's only one or maybe two in the air at the same time. And now we had like a billion, so that was really fun. Yes, we had ourselves the final game of today with the glider action. So we are gonna take. I don't know if we're gonna take a short break or not. I do believe we're gonna do some evasion. No break, okay?
No break.
Evasion cell,
that's
no.
Not in the that's not in the rundown. No break for us. We have to talk till the leaderboard is ready. But yeah, there was some interesting action. You have some ideas, all right?
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. We can go over the game modes itself. Okay. I'll get them up on the left hand side. Game number 1. That was the sniper only, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No headshots, only chest shots. And arm shots. We saw people do with this, the stun pistol, Zeus pistol, stunning people, and then going for the heap fire and killing players. That was a good strategy. We had players going with driving over the players to take them out.
Which is the best possible solution if you have limited damage through other means.
That was a cool game mode. Game number 2, I don't remember it. What quite wrong? No, that was the M249 with 90% damage reduction. That was special. That was something I heard from our producers. Like that was audio destruction on of another planet. I totally understand that one. That was a cool game. The third one, what was it again? Can you remember, Invision?
That was
Third
the 012 match.
Yeah, that 12 match.
012 Winchester.
12 inches. That was a cool one. Good ending.
And the
That was-
zip lines. And we didn't see any zipline usage. Well, we did see zipline usage, but no successful zipline usage.
Yeah, we saw Avalama trying to do it. We saw Cassie trying to do it for us. Thank you so much for trying. But again, they got interrupted multiple times by people shooting, and Avalama couldn't even get it going. I think he was waiting for the glider or something. But that was cool. Pineapple did end up with that snake taking around, coming in from the corner, taking that chicken dinner. And then we had the last game. Now I forgot what that was. My I can't
That's
remember.
a special mode.
Oh, that was a havoc with the triangles, with everything he spawned in, and it was a cool game mode. A lot of fun, of course, in the end with the Panzers being spawned in, and then we had now the gliders, with Amalama doing some tricks gliding in the end as well, and of course Dev flying around and being a cool admin in the end. Well, top 4 Invision, tell it to us.
Yeah. The Giggling Grenades getting the win in the end with 11 kills and 1,239 damage. Omalamas Glider taking second with 3 kills. Then we have the Haunted Death Boxes on rank 3. And last but not least, please don't shoot us, the team of Who Built the Ark with 4 kills.
Top 9 players this season has been updated, and there's a new leader on the top, Cedar 90. And with 98 points, just outside the 100 point range. That is amazing. Mission points, only 10. There has been 12 up for grab. He has missed out on those 2 points. And that would be awesome if you could get it. But no, he will not do that. Well, the point is good. 98 for first and 83 for ninth. It's still really tight on the top.
Considering that are only 15 points, you can grab them in the end. But we'll hop over to what you expect and wait for the most, or at least the players. We have the giveaway winners of the 500 G coins: Zenpar, Lebanese Boss, Dangerous Hank, WGACA, Das, No Ultimatum, Jamie's, Dark Solace, Das Moose TV, and Hank Moody each get 500 G coins. Check discord.gg PUBG Reddit for more info.
Some good G coins coming their way as the giveaway towards the end of the stream. For us, it is kind of starting to end for us as well in the casted box. It's been a pleasure. We also know there's going to be a next season, next month. It's on your screen right here. Let's see if I can do it correctly. I'm not going to do it correctly. It's June 28th at least for the next custom games provided by the PUBG Reddit guys and girls over there. It's going to be amazing. Well, in Vision, we are starting to get to the end. Do you have something final, cool, exciting things you want to bring up, or just want to send it to the end?
I am happy that I had the option to cast this together with you. It was an honor, and I hope you as viewers had fun as well as we had fun casting this and showing you the game modes the team did think of. And well, I hope for the next iteration Dell will think of even more crazy game modes. Maybe something like every kill gets you minus points. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. We don't know. You don't know. And I guess even Dell did not know what he would be doing in match 4 today. Nonetheless, thank you everybody for being with us. And thank you for the team to trust us with this cast. That's my last words. Thank you for doing this with me, TGO. And I hope we'll see each other again rather sooner than later.
more steps toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience, destructible terrain on Tago, and a new way to hide your vehicles. All this and more as we dive into the Update 35.2 patch report. First up, we're continuing to work toward unifying your Battlegrounds experience. This update adds vending machines, previously a Miramar exclusive, to Erangel and Tago. You can also keep an eye out for medical vending machines that distribute first aid kits, bandages, and med kits. All these machines still have their chance at a jackpot, so test your luck when you run into one. In addition to this, Erangel is also getting Tago's destructible pots. Breaking these has a chance to give boosts, healing items, throwables, and even secret room keys. So embrace your inner Link and smash away. And speaking of destroying stuff, destructible terrain and the red zone have made their way to Tago. As before, explosives and the Panzerfaust will alter the terrain they hit, adding a bit more realism to that big, cool explosion. We've also added the pickaxe to the map for those who'd rather dig their trench a little more discreetly. For now, destruction on Tago will only affect terrain, so don't worry about the building you're in caving down on top of it. And on the topic of discreetness, you can now find vehicle camo netting on Erangel and Miramar. Deploying the camo netting to your vehicle will help it to blend in with the terrain around it, making it harder for enemies to see while obscuring tire positions. We've also toned down C4 a little by making it a deployable weapon that requires 4 seconds to set. This adds a little more risk to the reward instead of it being used as a nuclear grenade. There's also a new survivor pass, enhancements made to the inflatable boat, some improvements to the flare gun's UX, and lots more info about everything else we talked about. So be sure to check out the patch notes for full details. Update 35.2 is here. So pack your favorite explosives and get ready for a little light terraforming on Tago. Just make sure you hide your getaway vehicle from the other survivors. We'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think that I'm overdosing. I think that I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. It's getting stronger, can't take no longer, walking on fire. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I need ya. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.